Alright people, how we doing out there? First things first, my name is Kenneth Bird. My company is ILEG Technology Screens. We are working on a gunmetal technology for both business and customers, and we'll be showing it off this week. We are leaving, as I said before. We're making preparations for all that. And we won't be doing any streams anymore because, again, there's no point in me doing streams in an environment that I'm paying to be in. We want to update and show off things on YouTube. I'll be showing up video demonstrations, but none of this stuff right here, because you can't do this. Come on, stand that right. We can't do this and it would just cost too much money. You know what I mean? We would have to be on these screens for like 2 and 3 hours, and it would cost me roughly in some places $65 an hour to be in there. So at one point I got to bring computer equipment, all that stuff. No, we're just gonna be for video demonstrations. That's basically about it. For everybody updated on what we're doing, stuff like that. And we won't refuse to do it from our new setup, because, again, as I told you before, the nonsense we went through with individuals not respecting the guidelines and just going out and doing just criminal activity. So we're not going to be giving up the locations anymore. Now, I've been showing off more of my installs. I told you before, I talked to the Lord about everything. We've been blessed, and the Lord takes care of us, and He's the one who provides our technology for us. So without Him, none of this would be impossible. In a minute here. Thank you, Lord, for this wonderful blessed meal. May it nourish and strengthen us. I pray for those who don't have nothing to strengthen us, and we should bless us. Thank you, Lord, for all things in Jesus' name. Amen. Probably know some food I'm about to eat. But anyway, as I talked to the Lord about this, the Lord said, at the end of the day, go forth. As He told us when we had to pray about people that were attacking us, the Lord said, go forth. The Lord explained to me, don't hide my blessings. No. I bless you with something, I'll never hide my blessings from the devil. That's why I put out that fair warning. Some people listen to it, some people don't. Some people go through judgment, some people won't. But at the end of the day, you touch God's anointed, you'll find out. Trust me, I've been down that road. It's not a pretty one. You'll be under God's grace if He decides to let you breathe again. And I was in a very, very lucky situation and blessed situation. He allowed me to breathe. Didn't have to go that way. So, as I work on here, for those who don't know my story, I'll tell you. I threatened a Christian one time. It almost cost me my life. It's an experience I will never forget as long as I live. And that's how the Lord works. He makes sure that whatever He's going to put you through, you'll never forget it ever. So, I'm looking for something on here. Actually, I'm in the wrong section for this. I have to be waiting for something for update for the site. Let me see. Where's the site at? There we go. We're looking for some wallpaper for the background. So I felt the need, as a young man, to go out and cast a threat on one of my brothers-in-laws who was a Christian. And the last thing I said to him when I was arguing with him, he wasn't even arguing with me. He was trying to tell me to stay inside, let's get some pizza, and let's watch a movie. He's a real nice guy, but I was a jerk. And I wanted to be out there hanging with my boys, and you're not going to tell me what to do just because my mother's at church, and so forth. So I made a statement to him saying that I was going to shoot him in the face. And the big mistake I made, it's the biggest mistake I ever made in my life. And he was upset. He didn't argue back with me. He was just shocked. That's all. His eyebrows went up a little bit. He was just shocked. Gonna shoot somebody in the face. That's a very serious threat to me. And he just took it like, okay. But I didn't realize at the end of the day when I made that threat, the Lord was like, okay, you want to threaten my anointing at the end of the day? You want to make trouble for him, cause trouble for him? I got something for you. So when I in that block, when you live on Strawberry Mansion, You live in that area, North Philadelphia. That area is always crowded. There's people out there every single day. It's always crackheads, drug dealers, always somebody out there. People sitting on their porch, all that stuff. There's nobody out there. I couldn't find out. There's not nobody out there. It's like everybody disappeared. So that was the first thing I noticed when I walked out the door. How that was just odd. Nobody was out there. Let me get I need black marble. Black marble. Black marble. That's what I need. So nobody was out there. And I went to up the street, turned the corner, went up the street. Still nobody out there. There's always somebody out there. And I'm thinking like, what the heck is going on? There's nobody out here. But I'm not paying any mind. I'm trying to get over to the park because that's where my buddies are at right now, and I'm trying to meet up with them. So when I cross over the street, I'm right across the street from the reservoir of where Fairmount Park is at. So I can even get to the next block in the corner. 3 guys came out of nowhere. I don't know where they came from. They're just there. Turn around, 3 people sitting in front of me. I didn't hear them, nothing. We're just there. So now I didn't even see the gun pull from a holster. It's like kind of like you walk and you turn around and now you got a gun pressed to your head. That's how fast it happened. So I had no time to react, nothing at all. Couldn't reach for anything. The gun was already on my head and I can literally see the individual bullets in the chamber. This is a revolver. I didn't see no faces. All I saw was sneakers. I saw the sneakers. I saw the pants and everything went black. There was like nothing there. So I knew what it was. But that's the only thing that was playing in my head. The Lord will make it known. If you do something, you will know why it's happening to you. There'll be no other second guessing, like, oh, maybe this, or maybe that. It could be this and could. No. That won't be there. It'll be only one thing. You will hear the thing that you said or what you did repeat over and over and over, again and again. You will learn not to touch His anointed. So, with that being said, that all that guy had to do was squeeze the trigger and I'd have been gone. Just like that. It blew my head clean off. And I knew it. And I was not praying. I was scared to death. I want to die. I'm about to die. So I figured, look, this is what I'm going to do. I'll push him. So I push him, you know what I mean? If I lean to the side and I push him a little bit, it'll throw him off center. This will give me enough time to run. At least if I zigzag, he gets me in the leg or shoulder. Hopefully he'll get me in the back. If I get to the corner, my people are on the other end. I forgot when I walked through, there's nobody there. Like I'm thinking in the back of my mind, I'm scared to death. But if I push him down, then I can get to somebody and we can handle this. So I push him down. No gunfire went off. Nothing. Now the thing, I didn't even bother looking around, looking back. Like around the corner, everybody was outside. Everybody was outside. Like, where were these people at a couple minutes? Nobody out there. So I went around the corner, hot, angry, upset. You know, you're on my territory at the end of the day, gonna try to stick me up. And the Lord kept telling me at the end of the day, hey, stick up. You know what you did. You know what you did. You know what you did. But I'm upset and angry. I'm thinking at the end of the day, somebody sticking me, because I don't want to basically accept the fact that that happened to me. So I gathered my people. And here we are, about 2 caravans, a bunch of brothers, everybody carrying high-powered weapons. We were looking for them. And it wasn't about, and my intentions when I got in that vehicle, my intentions was not to handle my business with him. It was to wipe out his bloodline. Because you walked on my territory at the end of the day, so that deserves spilled family blood. I told you I was a very nasty human being. And when I was young, I was a very, very nasty human being. It wasn't enough to take out the person who did this to me. It was to wipe out the entire bloodline, which means any place, anywhere that would make a difference of your age difference, if you're related to that family, you were gone. So that was a piece of work. So you said at the end of the day, kids? Yeah, kids. Didn't make a difference. I was a different type of human being. When I said at the end of the day that I walk with Satan, I'm not joking. When I say I had no remorse for any type of human life, I'm not joking. So, my intentions when I got in that vehicle was to wipe out the bloodline. Burn their houses to the ground, wreck their cars, get sledgehammers in the vehicles for beating people to death. I was ruthless. I had no remorse for human life. This is what happens when you involve yourself with the devil. The more and more you involve yourself with Satan, the more and more you become a darker and more evil individual. That thing talked to me 24/7. Whatever it was in me, it was speaking to me 24/7. I can hear it. It's like a second person in your head having a conversation with you. Like when you watch the movies with Venom, it's like that. I can hear him talking to me crystal clear. The more and more you invest yourself into him, the more and more he reveals himself of who he is, what and what his purpose is. So, we never found these people because they actually didn't exist. They were there for judgment. I was under judgment. I didn't realize the entire time I was in that vehicle, I was under judgment. Now, anything could happen in that process. We could have ran across some other people, and we could have got it. We could have ran across the police, and we definitely would have got it because we had a car full of weapons, magazines, duffel bags full of mags. We were going to go to war. We went from block to block to block, hunting people, looking for them. And when they saw the boys on the corner, like, you see this? You see that? Like, nah, what you talking about? Ain't nobody in the neighborhood like that. Ain't nobody in the neighborhood like that. Everybody know everybody in the neighborhood. I don't know nobody like that. I'm clear. We hunt today, we couldn't find it with ghosts. Couldn't find nothing. So where did these people come from? But in the back of my mind, when I went back to the house, and I started putting my stuff up, locking my stuff up, I had a storage unit to put all my equipment in. I'm sitting there thinking at the end of the day, like, I know what happened. I know what happened. I just refused to accept it. And then the next day it got worse. And the day after that it got worse. And it got worse and it got worse and worse. It got to the point that just about everybody in that neighborhood wanted me dead. I'm thinking at the end of the day, who the freak did I tick off? Like, did I tick somebody off? Did I do something wrong? I'm asking questions like, who connected that? He's connected that? Who's connected that? We're trying to figure out who is transferring all this hatred in my direction. But I already knew what it was and just wasn't ready to accept it. See, that's the same thing Pharaoh went through. Pharaoh knew that it was God doing this to him, but he refused to accept it. What happened? It got worse. It got a whole lot worse. And this is the situation I was in was getting much, much worse. Because now I got people now not only literally making gun gestures to point to their head, but I had a fellow get out of a car, walk over to me, and I saw that holster and that gun pop out. And he said, if I see you out here again, I'm going to take your life. It's getting worse. And that's when I had enough. Couldn't take it no more. Because in the process, if I had pulled, who knows what he's connected to? I don't know anything about this guy. I don't know who he's connected to, what his family's about. I got to do research. I got to figure out what he's about, where he's coming from, who he's connected to. I can literally cause some real bad trouble for me, trouble for my family. It could be endless bloodshed. It could be a lot of stuff. You just can't be going in gun holes, just blazing at the end of the day because you don't know who's connected to who and what. Maybe you can get some higher ups. Y'all can all get together, sit down, have a little conversation, work this thing out so it doesn't have to go down this road because nobody needs blood war and arguments and fights. Nobody needs any of that stuff. Let's start getting the guns and stuff like that. You can talk everything through. But eventually it was an untalkable situation. Because the fact that he walked over and did that means at the end of the day he wanted war. So my only way I could get out of this situation was to kill him first. But again, as I said before, this is stuff that Satan's putting in my head. But in the back of my mind, the Lord's telling me, you know what this is all about. All that chaos came from making that one statement to my brother-in-law. I went to him and asked for forgiveness. Forgave me, of course. I was sorry in my heart. It wasn't like a forgiveness where, I just wanted to say, it was forgiveness that I knew I was wrong. It's my family member at the end of the day. I had no right saying it to him at all. One part of it part there. It was wrong, disrespectful. I don't care what kind of person that is, family, it's blood. You don't do that. I went and apologized about it and stopped. If the same people walk by me, didn't even know me. So, I learned a valuable lesson in that process that don't mess with God's people. Life gets so much worse for you. It does. So, when I started hiding my stuff, the Lord was like, no, this is my blessing. This is what I gave you. You hide nothing from Satan. Let it be known that your blessings come from me. I'll take care of the rest. That's why I explained to you guys, you're on a judgment. And the only way you can get out of that, forgiveness, you have to come to God. God's going to tell you to come to me. You wronged me at the end of the day. I'm the one that has to sit there between me and God. I'm the one that also has to forgive you for what you've done. Now, in the back of my mind, I have no hatred for you. I don't. Because I know you follow the devil. So, I have no hatred for you at all. I feel sorry for you. Because you're under judgment, and the devil wants you dead. Some people think at the end of the day, these are the ones that are the saddest. And I hate to say the saddest. The ones that feel that, hey, I'm doing well, nothing's happened to me. You're condemned already. You don't realize you're condemned, but you are. If you sit there back and says, well, life is going well for me. I'm not having any issues or any problems or anything whatsoever. I got to, no, you didn't get away with it. Because you can die. That's the thing about it. Again, I keep telling people at the end of the day, you're not promised tomorrow. No one's promised tomorrow. You can walk outside right now, your life is over. Anything can happen. You go to sleep, your life is over. Anything means your life is over. Only reason why you're here is because God allows you to be here. And if you die, and you committed all these sins, mind you, every sin you committed is written in a book. It doesn't mean that at the end of the day, because the law of the land hasn't found you, God knows what you did before you even did it. If God knows what you did before you did it, it means your sins were jotted down in that book. And if they're in that book, and you haven't been saved, when the time comes, you'll be prosecuted for every sin you committed. And that's prosecuted by eternal damnation in the lake of fire forever. You don't get away with anything at all, period. Not at all. Nothing at all. So if you figure that I haven't gone through that situation, that's not good. To go through judgment is a good thing. To go through judgment means God has plans for you. To not go through judgment means there is no plans for you at all whatsoever. You're being allowed to do what you want to do because, again, I keep telling you in the day, you got worse situations and lawsuits and basically jail time. You got the devil hunting you right now. And if the devil has his way and he gets rid of you, you're in a lot of trouble. If God decides to call back what belongs to him, which is your time on this earth, you're in a lot of trouble. But for God to give you that wake-up call and allow you to see the errors of your ways, to change your life and give you the opportunity to take that road, that's a blessing at the end of the day. If you don't get that, you got problems. You got a lot of problems, especially if you're living in that world, you live in that life, you got a lot of problems. There are a lot of people right now who pass off this earth every single day, and they didn't get that call. As I told you before, there's a certain amount of people that are going to heaven, and there's a certain amount of people going to hell. Where are you at on this? Do you know 100% that you're going to heaven? Do you even know that? Do you know if your name is in that book? Do you know that? And people say, well, how do you know I was chosen? I was definitely chosen. Because it's just, I just went through, God made it known that I was chosen. When I met God in prison. That's where I met God at. And I was in a situation, there was no way out. There was no way out. There was no plea bargain, no freaking probation. There was nothing to give me at all, period. There was nothing. I'm looking at a 40 to 80 prison year sentence, a lot of time. They found everything when they did the search warrant on the house. They found guns, they found explosives, they found, good thing I didn't kill anybody in the process, thank God for that. They found booklets, ledgers, all kinds of stuff. I had a hit list because I worked with some people, which I didn't tell anybody jack about because nobody needs to know about that. But anyway, I had hit lists, I had plans, blueprints on how to build weapons and stuff like that. I found everything. And the fingerprints are all over everything. And I didn't think about that. I think I was going to get caught. You know, Satan tells you that a lot. You're never going to get caught. No one's going to find. I was very careful about everything I did. Every single thing I did, I was very careful. Never got caught. 16 accounts, never caught. Getting away with it. And I thought about all that. I ain't bothered hiding anything. All right, who's going to freaking search my place at the end of the day? Yeah, they searched. They found a bunch of evidence. I was in court. I watched. It was 2 tables full of my stuff at the end of the day. There's enough to send me up for a long time. And I had a top DA that was on top of me, a prosecutor. Then on top of that, I was 16, roughly 16, turning 17. When I turned 17, for some reason, every time they called me for court, the courts were always crowded. This went on for about a year. So every time I went up, I never saw a judge. The minute I turned 18, everything opened up. They said everything was being set up for me to go to jail for 80 years. 40 years was just the minimum. 80 years was max. I was going to get to 80. Because even the DA came back and said 40 years is just something they put on the table to soften the blow. He's getting 80. So I knew that was going to happen. I knew it was going to happen. So I had no other way out of this situation but death. That's the only way I can get out of it. And if I died in this situation, I was in an even worse situation than I'm in right now. So when my mom came to me and told me, she said, "You're going to leave this place one day. It don't look like it. It don't look like you're going to. It looks like you're going to be here for the rest of your life. God's got plans for you. He's got plans for you. You've been chosen. You have His plans. And I can't see this. All I'm seeing is, man, I'm going to get 80 freaking years in this place at the end of the day. I'm going to die here." That's all I saw. And my mom said, "Nope. The Lord told me. He's got plans for you. You're not doing 80 years. Now, you're going to do some time. You're not doing 80. And I told you, the DA was over there. I went to court multiple times. They couldn't even prosecute me. Now I have an attitude like, oh, you can't. I was scared to death. And I'm thinking like, man, I'm just learning. My faith is weak at the end of the day. The devil's taunting me every single day. Sitting in this courtroom stressed out. I got freaking this DA walking back and forth. He's giving me equal stares back and forth. Like, yeah, I got you. You definitely going to jail. All types of stuff. I look at this judge. They don't get, not even give me the time of day. I'm trying to see if show some kind of remorse. Trying to look sorry in here, and I can't even get that. All these people looking at me like I'm the devil himself. And meanwhile, I get this Bible in my hand, clutching it. That's a bad situation to be in. Gentlemen, you have no idea how bad this is going to be. It's a really bad situation to be in. But it's better you do it with God than do it with the devil. I sat there and clutched this Bible, scared to death, man. And the more and more I read this Bible, the stronger my faith became. To a point where I walked in, I wasn't fearing nothing at all. I was sorry for what I did, 100%. Yes, because the more you come closer to God, the more you realize the type of human being you were and how sinful and disgusting of a piece of crap you were. And God needs to change you. You need to be fixed. You're broken. So I knew that from the door. I was broken. But I was sorry for what I did, but I had confidence that God was going to do as He claimed He was going to do. Because my mother said it was going to happen. And here I am, I got this top prosecutor on my mother telling her at the end of the day, it's going to happen, it's going to happen. God will come to you in vision at the end of the day and say, no, this is not going to happen. This is what you're going to do. And I think that's what happened. But she said that the prosecutor stopped in the court and walked over to my mother and started praying with her. So he was going through prosecution through God, that this is what you're going to do. I don't care how much evidence is sitting on that table. This is what you're going to do. This is my chosen now. He's changed, which means I'm not walking in court thinking people say, well, you got to, no. I got to pay for what I've done. I paid for what I've done. At the end of the day, I did 8 years and 9 months, but I did almost near 10 years. I paid for my time. So it ain't like I got out scot-free. I still had to do time. So when he came back, he said, my mother said, you got to hear this. The prosecutor is praying with us. Looked up, looked at my mom and said, all right, we'll take 10 years. 10 years for most people, like, good God, 10 years you did 10. Which would you take, the 10, the 40, or the 80? I'll take the 10. I'm happy to take 10. So I got what I deserved. The Lord felt that I had to do 10 years. I had to do 10 years, and that's what I took. So I took the deal. So they came out, went to court. They sentenced me. Now I'm thinking I'm going to be in the place I'm at now. I'm in this like light security. You know, I can walk out the door anytime I want. This crazy stuff, the light security. That's what I'm thinking I'm going to be at. Oh, no. They can't have me in there with a 10-year sentence. They sent me to like a maximum security for really dangerous juveniles because they couldn't certify me as an adult. They put me in kind of like a kind of a kind of place this was. It was a kind of like an institution, but it was maximum security for extremely violent teens. That's what I was put at. It was almost like prison. It was definitely nothing like the place I wanted. I had freedom. Here I had no freedom whatsoever. Couldn't do this, couldn't do that, this, that, and the other, so forth and so forth. Yeah, it was something else. It wasn't too bad because, like I said, but you still had people in there that would pop off in a hot second and cut your throat because they were all violent. Everybody there was super violent. I was in there for roughly, let me see, 8 years, 9 months. Because I remember checking off on the counter. I said, man, I got I ain't got much time here, man. I got like a year and 1 month, and I'm free. They're gonna let me go home. I'm gonna let me go home, and this is when I just checked it off. I just checked it off, and I said I got 1 year, and I got 1 year and 1 month left in here. I'm gonna be free pretty soon. Didn't realize that when I checked it out, I was going home. I didn't know that was gonna happen. So the minute I checked it off, and I sat down to play cards. I said, I got 1 more year, man. 1 more year, 1 month. No sooner than I was sitting about to get my cards ready, all I heard was, Mr. Berg. And I went home. See? That's how I know I was chosen. I went through all that. 8 years and 9 months of it. All that. In between the process, I didn't even get time served. I spent an additional 2 years or 3 years in the system, floating around because they didn't know what to do with me. They put me here, they put me there, they bounced me to all these different juvenile correction centers. They put me in a study center. I was over there for about a year. Transferred me out of there. They couldn't have me over there. They wanted to transfer me someplace else. My case was the things they found. Like I said, I ain't kill anybody, thank God. But the stuff, the ledgers and stuff that I've written, they would even stick me in a cell with somebody. It wasn't like I was violent. I wasn't that type of person. I was just given that freaking option to, and whatever was in me was control what I did at the end of the day. And I had no fear of death at all whatsoever. I was suicidal because I was living with this whole guilt complex. I knew my mother raised me better than this. I'm a better person than this. But in the back of my mind, Satan had so much control over me, I couldn't see straight. So I would come in and see my mother, praying, and I would feel guilty, feel horrible. She didn't raise me like this. So then I got this thing going on in my head where I want to be good, I want to do the right thing, I want to go to church, but I can't be because this is who I am. Nothing would change it. Nothing would change it. It's an endless cycle. Nothing would change it. So I go out and do destruction, and I come in and I feel depressed. Going out to do destruction, feel depressed. Destruction, feel depressed. So I became suicidal. I had no fear of death. It was like I had no fear of death because I was crazy. I was hoping someone would kill me and end the cycle. Someone would kill me out in the street. I mean, I don't have to go this no more. I don't have to wake up and be this person no more. This person's dead, I'm gone. So I had no fear of death. That made it even worse. And I was taunting people to put me out of my misery. They thought I was doing it because I was psychotic. At the end of the day, that guy's crazy. You don't care if you live or die, whatever. No, I didn't want to live because I was tired of it. I wanted to get out of it. But I couldn't get out of it because the devil had me in. If the devil had killed me and was successful in the process, I'd be in hell right now. So when I say I've seen it all, yeah, just about seen it all. Just about seen it all. So yeah, I know how good God is. God got me. I went through all that chaos, destruction, and mayhem to end up here. That's why I said at the end of the day, gentlemen, you guys think you're big, bad, and tough at the end of the day? Heck, I didn't think I was big, bad, and tough. And I did stuff at the end of the day that you would never even think of. At 16 years old. If you had crossed me when I was 16 on the street, you wouldn't be breathing anymore. Neither would your family. Because that's the type of person I was. Thank God I never got that far. Thank God I never got to a point to do anything like that. The only thing my job was to do was to basically send a message. That was it. Whether it be blowing your vehicle up, destroying your house, property, stuff like that. That was my job at the end of the day. If they made me a different person at the end of the day, I would have done it. I would have gone out and done it. But God didn't allow it to be that way. He put me in the situation where I had to be at, to be with the person that I am. And now, I'm a completely changed person. Got no hatred for nobody. It's a fantastic feeling. I felt hatred every single day. Every single day I felt hatred. I fed off hatred. I lived off hatred. Every freaking day. Nothing but hate, 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 hate. Now, absolutely nothing. And these people did some jacked up stuff to my family and friends and did some nasty stuff to me, and not one thing. No hatred for you at all. Not a thing. I give it all to God. But if this was when I was 16, no way in the world we'd had this conversation. I would have never talked to you, but never spoken ever at all. I was a person of action. What's the point of having a conversation with you? I won't be there already. There's no point in having that conversation. There's no point even having the argument. If I'm getting an argument with somebody, they argue with me, I just look at them. So in the back of my mind, you're already gone. There's no point in speaking to you. Why waste the time? No point in having that conversation. At 6 years old, I was that evil. Yeah. That's something bad in me. Yep. So you can argue with somebody, and they out there screaming and yelling at me, I just look at them. And next week, ski masks and baseball bats. And catch you up in front of your job. That'd be the end of that. So that was that thing at the end of the day. That's the kind of person I was. So I'm happy that I went through all this. 2 reasons why I'm happy, gentlemen, why I went through this whole trial and tribulations. Because people sit there, why would God such a good God? Why would he allow this man to go through all this? Testing me at the end of the day. God is constantly trials and tribulations, constantly testing. You can't touch me. There's nothing you can do to touch me at all, period. You can't even lay a hand on me. But laying a hand on me would mean the judgment you will face would be unbelievable. But as a Christian man on top of that, I can't go out and I can't basically provoke you at the end of the day, because if I provoke you, I can get in trouble, a lot of trouble, which I did one Friday. Last Friday again? Yep. I kept saying the same thing over again. I'm throwing people in jail, You are going to jail. That's going to happen. That's a definite yes. You are going to get sued. That's a definite yes. But to keep bringing it up over and over and over again, again, it's provoking you. And that's not what I'm supposed to do. And I ended up in the hospital because of it. So we pay at the end of the day for making these mistakes. We pay. It ain't like we can go out there and think at the end of the day we can do whatever we want to do. It don't work out that way at all, period. We got to pay also. We're forgiven for our sins as long as we're sorry for them. But other than that, we still got to pay. So we know to walk that straight line also too. But I already know from the door that the judgment you're facing, you can't get around it. It's impossible. I won't do it myself. There's no way to get around it at all, period. You're talking about God at the end of the day. You're talking about God. Do people even understand that when you talk about God? Let's say the breath right now. Not the one you had just now, the one you're about to have. Say that stops. Then what happens? You cease to exist, right? You need to breathe, right? But just think how blessed you are right now. Just took a breath, you just breathed again. What about the second one? What if that doesn't come out? If it doesn't come out, it means you're suffocating. You can't breathe. If you can't breathe, that means you die. That's how frail your life is. One of those breaths, just one of them, just cease to stop, you're done. Yep. That quick, that fast. And yet when you're out in the street cursing and carrying on and acting up, and every breath that comes out of your mouth, which is a blessing from God, you treat it with sin as you curse with your tongue and your mind and your heart. When you carry on out there and not thinking at the end of the day that heartbeat you just had, that first one, you ain't got to have the second one either. So the fact that God is that forgiving and that merciful is a wonderful thing. He could have eased all the dumb stuff I was out there in the street doing. He could have easily like, okay, I'm tired of this guy. He got to go. He got to go. You do too much. He got to go. Nope. Is this the marble? Oh, it is the black marble. Oh, what the heck is this over here? Black rocks. Marble rocks. Now, some people sit there and say, well, you talk most of the video about because that's more important than the screen paint. That's more important than the company. That's more important than anything. That's more important. That's more important. Way more important. This stuff don't mean nothing without God. Without God, this is nothing. This stuff don't mean anything at all. That's more important. I'm gonna check this one out. What's the meaning of it all? Don't touch God's anointed. Trust me, you don't want to go down that road. It's a bad road to go down there. And I don't warn you, then they'll take it this way. Because Satan, I know Satan at the end of the day. Trust me, I know him. Satan at the end of the day will tell you at the end of the day that, oh, he's just saying that because he wants you to back down. Yeah, he just got you in enough trouble already. You're already in enough trouble as it is. Because first he told you you're never going to be found because you use a Google account and fake YouTube account channel. Yeah, good luck with that one. Anyway, moving on. He didn't tell you the rest of it, did you? Did he fill in the blanks for you? Did he tell you about the whole IP login traces and all that stuff that goes on with investigators and cyber investigators, all that stuff that goes on, how they track you? He didn't tell you any of that, right? If Facebook is able to track your information and post it, you can go online on Google and you can go check out I don't know, hot water heater. And then go on Facebook and you will see multiple ads for hot water heaters. Now, easy it is for people to track your information. Facebook does it all the time. Every time they do it all the time. How would they know about that? I literally have watched the movie and I'll see clips of it pop up on another social media site. They'll just be talking about that same video over and over again. Clips from it. I'm like, I just got finished watching this. Like, how would you make that the topic of something that I just watched on Facebook? That's how closely you're monitored all the time. And you think for some reason that you're going to get on a Google server and make a fake account and none of that will be traced back to your main server? Your freaking internet provider? Are you kidding me? You're crazy. What was I looking at? I was looking at something. I was looking at a video game. I must have saw 20 or 30 different freaking ads for it on Facebook. An officer was telling me, I was talking to the officer about that. We were talking about ILEG traces and logins. And he's like, yeah, I was looking for a wedding ring for my wife. It was supposed to be a surprise. And of course, they're both friends on Facebook because, that's his wife and all. About soon to be his wife. And she saw the ads pop up on her side. How jacked up is that? Like, because they're on both the same internet. Now, say he was on a different internet and he was on a different internet. Those ads would have never landed there because they're in the same household. They're on the same freaking IP address. They sent them to her too. And that's how she found out he was looking for a ring for her. Because she contacted him and says, hey, are you shopping for a ring? And he said, how would you know that? Because Facebook let it be known. She was getting the same ads he was getting, she was getting. That's why at the end of the day, when you went out and you used Google, now it's starting to set in, ain't it? Yeah, there you go. So if Facebook is able to trace your activity and logins, guess what the police can do? And they can get a subpoena to get access to sensitive data that they can't even touch. I wouldn't be surprised if Facebook couldn't get that information either, to tell you the truth, honestly. This is why I don't put nothing personal on my Facebook account. Because people don't think of the big picture of the big brother, big sister scenario. That there's a man who has now control over massive amounts of data. He has control over watching your, not saying it's bad, I don't even know it, I don't know what he is, but I do know that you have logged in family members, friends, some of you people have posted new pictures of you, all kinds of stuff on there. And they have access to all that data. Guess who has access to data? Big corporations. That's how they know at the end of the day what you like to eat, where you like to shop, stuff like that, what kind of cars you drive, all that. All market research. I'm putting that information in there. And nobody in none of my accounts, all my family members all have nicknames. Nobody knows who's who. If you're on my account, you wouldn't know who's family member, who wasn't. There's nothing there stating anything at all, period. We ain't stupid. That's all. We ain't not stupid at all, period. You're on social media, casting out threats and stuff. All your stuff is monitored, man. You're monitored 24/7. If it ain't the 100,000 cameras that read you every single day, all these cameras you pop up, your face is clicked. You think you're just being recorded? These cameras have something called face recognition software. Same stuff you have on your cell phone. These cameras have them. They click your bone structure every freaking day. And then you go on your phone and you put your face recognition software. Oh, look at this. We got face recognition software. I can go in here and I can put my face here and scan it. And yeah, your data's on there with your face attached to it. These are my personal favorite ones. People put their thumbprint in there. Put my thumbprint in there. I'm the only one that has access to my thumbprint. Listen to what you just said. I'm the only one that has access to my thumbprint. Yeah, you scan it into one of these things, you're not the only one that has it now. How would it know that that's your thumbprint? It means it would have to be saved to a file somewhere. Because how could it go in and just basically say, hey, this is that person? Because if you do it, it don't work. So how would it know the difference between your thumbprint and that thumbprint? It means it would have to be saved on your phone. It means it's saved on your phone. It means it's your information. And people at the end of the day turn these phones in, they don't wipe them. They never wipe their phones, and they take them in, and all your freaking information, data's on there. You'd be shocked at the end of the day. I had a friend that worked at City Hall one time. He dropped off a ton of computers. They're old Dell Pentium 4 Hyper-Thread PCs. That's when they were big at the time. And he dropped off these PCs, and these are PCs that were in records in City Hall. Yeah, they don't wipe those machines. Somebody can't say all of them, but from what I just picked up, none of those machines were wiped. That's 13 machines in there, none of them were wiped. Another 20 more coming in, none of them were wiped. I had an open PC rack. I would just pull the hard drive out, and I plug it in. Go into the system, bring your hard drive up, hit the back button, open it up, go inside, boop, all your files pop up. Like, oh crap, look at this. None of the files were encrypted. None of the files had passcodes. There was access to freaking traffic tickets, license plates, all kinds of stuff within. I was like, oh, this is bad. This is real bad. So I had a system that I can plug my hard drives in. It was wipe the hard drives or format all of them in one hit. Load the operating system on them. That's what I would use. Basically, if someone had an operating system and they wanted to buy it, I would give them the code keys for it and all that stuff, and I would give them the hard drive with already preloaded. Had a machine, I just drop all of them to the PC, and I put an extension unit out there that can plug all my SATA drives into it, and then basically load the operating system on all of them. Multi-drives, and give them the code keys, generate code keys and give them to them. That's back in my other days. But anyway, yeah, all the files, and I was like, you got to be kidding me. Like, we didn't run a magnet over these things? Nothing. Now, if I'm taking a hard drive, what I usually do is, I make sure you're never going to use it again. I go out there and beat that sucker with a hammer. I got a device that you stick in. It's a magnet system. And magnets that they use for basically picking up tools and stuff, and things are pretty powerful. I got one for the top and the bottom. I just slide your hard drive in there. And that's it. Yeah, fry the daylights out of that. And sometimes that's not enough for me. So I got a vat of oil and I drop you in there. You'll be in there for a couple months. Your hard drive is no longer in use to anybody. People bring it in with the hard drive swapped out. And I'm like, you format this? Like, nope. I was like, okay, you sure you want anything off this before I do it? So I'm good. I put it and format it. And then just to make sure it's fried, I had a system that was like a huge magnet at the top and the bottom. Stayed way in the back because I didn't want to fry my machines. And I take your hard drive and I slide it in there. And that sucker be in there for a while and fry your system, mess it up, scramble your hard drive, and then pull it out and I drop in the vat of oil. Ain't even no good when I get done with it. Destroy that sucker. Alright, I don't think I like this one. I like the marble better. Alright. Go back to the marble. And another friend of mine, he was a big time programmer. He always had black trucks in front of his house. Like, what the freak you do now? He picked up on me. So he was slick this time. He worked at a construction yard. And they had those huge magnets. Those things are huge. You can pick up anything with them things. And so he lined his doorway with them. So he lined the doorway with magnets. Put a mesh around them, like a light thin mesh. And I wondered, like, why do you have mesh in the doorways? Because it was in the side area like this, so the magnets can pull through. You didn't want to block them off. You put a light thin mesh in there, a brown mesh. When I walked in, my keys went clink, and I was like, oh, what the freak? Why the freak you got freaking magnets in the doorway? Why? Because when he got raided, he made sure his computer lab was way in the back. You had to go through 4 doorways before you can get those PCs out. And every time they walked through the doorway, they wiped the hard drive. So by the time they got out there, there was nothing on them. You had to run a test on that. So how do you know? So I had to do it. I had to run a test. I had to run walk through 4 of these doorways with a PC, and then come back and plug in and see what's left on it. Because nothing. The hard drive was messed up. Yep. Crazy and smart dude. The marble in the background? I ain't kicking it. I'm going to do something else. I don't want the marble. So right now I'm doing some upgrades on this page right here. Now, get back to business. Yes, we do have another gunmetal coming out. I'm actually going to be installing one in. I got going to be putting one. The first one's going into a store. It'll be available for everybody, but it's going into a store. That's what I'm going to do with it. I'm going to put it in the store. Let me see. Ooh. Yeah, you got to go back to image because I can't do that. That marble is nice, but it looks. What's this right here? The circles. Black gaming headsets. We'll try the circles. See how that comes out. Yeah, it's nice. I like that. I'll take it. I'll take the circles. Bottom half this one. Yep, live a life with no hatred for people is a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. Bum, bum, bum. Especially a big change from coming from a person I used to be. I'm so happy that person died. Never gonna bring him back, ever. A million years. I'm happy with Jesus. And I got a chance to get tested on that, where you guys went out and attacked me and tried to get me. Oh, you didn't even know anything about my past to get my past. The devil knew. The devil used you at the end of the day to try to attack me at the end of the day. He used hatred, jealousy, and all that stuff fed through you guys to try to get you to get to me. You didn't see the big picture behind all this, did you? It's a much bigger picture. It's always a bigger picture. You think at the end of the day that your hatred and rage at the end of the day towards me at the end of the day because I have a better product, and I do have a better product. And your jealousy extends on that. No. Satan works on multiple different platforms. No. Satan knew your jealousy because you showed it. You showed your jealousy. You opened an invitation for him. And he thought, okay, you don't like this guy over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use you to try to take him out. Because I don't like him either. Because he used to be one of my soldiers at one point, and he defected and became a Christian. So I want him dead. But I want you dead also too. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use you to attack him. But Satan also knows at the end of the day, I'm a Christian at the end of the day. So he knows he can't touch me. But he'll try. Don't get me wrong, he's going to try. He's definitely going to try. And after multiple attempts of trying, which you guys try to do toward me, did I fall? No, I didn't fall. Because no matter what you did, because you worked through Satan, that was going to happen to me. It just came back to you. Well, the devil realizes that, oh, I can't attack this guy. He's with the Lord. Well, I'll take you instead. I've already invested time in you. You've already listened to everything I told you to do. So now my attention is going to be towards you. This is not the time when you have listened to that demon. This is not the time to be under judgment. You need God. You need God so badly. It's not even funny how badly you need God. You have given the devil attention. You have now gave him an interest. You're in danger. If you had any idea what walked among you every single day, what watches you, and you don't know that's watching you, you'd run to Jesus as fast as you could. You could see it. If you could see what I saw the last 6 months, you'd run to Jesus. But some people in this room have seen things. Because I've had people come up to me when I was in the house in advertising. I had some customers come over, a lot to come over. They said, Mr. Burry, you ain't lying. I've seen stuff. I've seen stuff you can't even explain. And they know who you are. And they watch you every single day. They watch you now. And when you're a Christian, they see us. They see our angels too. They see our angels, God watching over top of us. If God says, don't touch my anointing at the end of the day, and he's talking about you people in the earth, so much more, those demons also can't touch us either. They know their place. That's why when some of y'all send me a message over, take 666 or Mark of the Beast, that doesn't bother me at all. The devil tells you it's going to bother me. That's what he said. Oh, send this over. He's going to be afraid of this. Why would he be afraid of that? Why be afraid of Satan? It's you that should be afraid of Satan. You're not protected in the blood. You don't have Jesus. You should be afraid. So how interesting that is at the end of the day? The devil told you, if you send me 666 to Mark of the Beast, I would be afraid. But I'm not afraid. I don't fear Satan. I'm wise, careful, stay away from him. Yes. Don't tempt him. No, I don't do that. I stay close to God. But you're the ones that should be afraid of the demon that just told you to send that over. Because the demon that told you to send it over, it knows at the end of the day that you're not covered in the blood. If you were covered in the blood and you were a man of God, you would have never touched that 666 to begin with. You would have never sent it over to begin with. You would have nothing to do with Satan in any way whatsoever. That conversation would have never took place. So you're in danger. Can't see the bigger picture. Because Satan fills you full of rage and anger and jealousy and hatred. And you can't see it. He blinds you. All the while, he is taking his time to give you shovel after shovel. That's the theory I see of Satan at the end of the day. He'll give you a small shovel first. You start off with a spoon, dig a little hole. Then as you start listening a little more, so here, I got a bigger shovel for you. You dig in a bigger shovel. And I got a bigger one for you. Next you know, you just see in the half of your body. It's like, you know, here, you're not doing this fast enough. Let me give you a much bigger shovel. And next you know, I'll give you a backhoe. Maybe really down there. You'll be really, really, really down there. Deep in that dark hole. And Satan is sitting over top of you. And you know the interesting thing about it is, the crazy part? There's dirt coming in. Where's this dirt coming from? Oh, that's Satan burying you in. And you'll be down there screaming and yelling and putting your hands up in the air to my Lord, save me, save me, save me. And the devil's laughing and throwing dirt in there. The Lord will reach in there, put his hand down, grab your hand, and he'll pull you out of that hole. Now you can walk with the Lord, you can turn around and go back to the devil. The devil's just going to put you in another hole again. And some people, that hand may come down and get you, and some people, that hand may not. There are many people pass off this earth that have not picked up that cross, and there are many people that will be in hell. So you better pray. You know, you just to the devil, you invest that much time, and you guys have invested a lot of time in Satan. You have. From what I've seen, from these letters and emails and all that stuff, you invest a lot of time in Satan. You have. And if you invested that much time, and you are an investment to him, he's not going to let you go. You're going to have to. You're going to have to run to Jesus. You got to run to Jesus. You invested. You listened to that thing that long, that amount of time. Who knows what's around your? Let me tell you something. I wouldn't go near your property. I wouldn't even walk in your house, because I know there's things in there that shouldn't be in there. I wouldn't even want to be around your presence right now, because I don't know what kind of dark energy you're pushing off right now. What kind of demons are around you. I guarantee you that I hope your house is not infested. Because I told you at the end of the day, they don't like to travel alone. One gets in there, they bring others with them. It's hard to get them out of once they get in there. You don't know what's walking around in your house at night. You don't know what's watching you when you sleep. And people sit there and say, they only come out at night. That's not true. I've seen them 12 o'clock in the afternoon. I've seen them in the morning. They come out anytime they want to. They even walk into churches. My sister told me about a woman who walked in the church and she started barking like a dog. Not a human dog, a dog. Like a real dog. And they told all the people who don't have strong faith, get out of the church. The only people who have strong faith that can cast a demon out. Stay. Cast that demon out of that woman. She's just flopping up on the ground like a fish. Yep. And this is what? This is the stuff you entertained. So you're on YouTube screaming and yelling and acting up and carrying on. All that stuff y'all been doing. Look at your channel right now. Look at their channels. Go look at their channels. Look at Crow 1176. Look at his channel. Look at Williams' channel. Look at Roger's YouTube channel. Look at McAfee's YouTube channel. Look at their channel. They entertain Satan. They entertain the devil. Are you saying that's of God? What you have on your channel is from God. If it's from God, then that means that you can take that to any courtroom. You can prosecute me. But you can't, because that's evidence that we can use against you in court ourselves. So if we can use that as evidence against you to prosecute you, then that means that's not of God. That's from the devil, right? So with that being said, look at their channels. Their channels show activity of demonic spirits. The crowcast that Jamie was having, if you look at their faces, the smirks, the smiles, that's demonic possession right there. There's a demon that they have called for, it's an influencer, it's a demon. They have different types of demons, not just one. Everybody says it's just the devil. No, the devil didn't fall out of heaven by himself. He fell with other angels that fell with him. But there's a demon that's involved in influences. There's a demon that is a female. They're female demons. There's the name for them. They call them succubus. It's a female demon. That's why, so when you go to the club, you're going to be out there partying and having fun, you don't know what the freak you're bringing home that'll be sitting in your living room staring right at you. Because in your mind, you're thinking, you're seeing, oh, that's a woman. Probably not even a woman at that. It's probably not even human. So how are you going to go to the club and pray and not bump into one of these demons at the end of the day if Jesus doesn't support the club? But Jesus is going to support a whole bunch of people in there shaking their butts all over the place, listening to music. They got curse words and everything else you think of in there, drinking, carrying on, cursing. Jesus is not going to be in that spot. Satan's going to be in there. So how do you know what you brought home is human? How do you know what you brought home was human and what was on them wasn't human, and it's now your home? Because you can carry things with them. People carry things on them. So they may have a dark spirit on them, and they can go into your house, and they can leave, and that dark spirit may stay behind. Got to pray over people when they come in your house. Got to pray over everything. Pray over your house. If your house is prayed and it's holy, ain't no demon standing there. Ain't no way, they'll stand. They come like, oh, nope, this ain't for me. We ain't going in here. So if a person at the front door starts arguing with you, like, you know what? I don't want to be bothered. I want to go and say, hey, let them go. All right, bye. And first of all, they shouldn't be there to begin with. Shouldn't be there to begin with. When your eyes are open, when you get saved, your eyes are open, maybe you will have that ability. Some people don't. Everybody has that ability because some people can't handle it. I had a sister at the end of the day told me I couldn't handle that. I couldn't handle ever seeing anything like that. You never will, because it's not meant for you to see it. Because again, at the end of the day, you can't handle that. God knows that you're not strong enough to handle it. He's not going to put you in a situation you can't handle. But I've seen stuff. I saw stuff because I was so embittered with the devil. The Lord needed me to see exactly what I entertained. And when I saw what I was entertaining for 6 months, I ain't entertaining none of that no more. Nope. No in the world. Nope. You guys have no idea, and you entertain that mess. Mr. Williams, the stack of mail we have from you, again, this man's going to go to jail. Matter of fact, I got to contact him today. He's going to go to jail for this. His case is involving FBI, post office inspectors. They're involved in this now. I've been talking to a couple of inspectors, and now they transfer this case. They got enough evidence on him now. The first one thing with the post office, they sent the letter saying there's enough evidence to send to federal agents. Federal agents got a hold of it. They looked at it and said, there's more than enough evidence here now to transfer it to a jurisdiction that can arrest him. They're in the process of arrest. He's going to go to jail, arrest him. They're going to arrest him. And if he gets caught by these guys, that's an automatically 20 to 30 years plus. And they got all that mail. All that mail. His fingerprints are on a lot of that stuff. Handwriting on a lot of that stuff. Yeah. And then the identity theft. That's not just identity theft. Using other people's addresses without permission. The open, they call it soft pornography. That's what they consider soft pornography. Where he was sending it to. Sent it to a house with kids. It's stated in there. He sent that pornography to a house with kids. It's also stated in there about him being a fake minister. Because when a woman contact me, they call him the minister. Because he's a fake minister. They know that from the door. Or the minister guy. Yeah. They know you're fake. They can look into that. They're going to look into all that. They're going to look up and see if you have this clergy ID. They're going to look in, because if you make this statement, we're seeing minister over everything, get minister in all your letters. You're going to go, is this guy really a minister? That's what investigators do. You're going to do the research. You're going to check and see if you are a minister. And there's nothing there. So that means now you got another case of identity theft. That means you've been going around posing as a minister. And yes, Mr. Williams, they do have your picture, they have your Facebook account, and they do have the Cash App, and they do have the PayPal. But now they're going to get a subpoena to check those institutions to see who was sending you money. If one person comes up, you're in a lot of trouble. Because you're not a minister. So all that now is out in the open, can be out in the open. You're going to need God in that situation. Not that fake prophet, you're going to need God. Actual God. You're going to need God in that situation. Oh, can you just change them out? Change the circles. Change the circles. Circle with the dark circles. We can't, because of Fernando's situation, we can't speak on him anymore. Now, they may think, oh, because what? No, Fernando, that's not a good thing. It's a bad thing. It's a very bad thing. You are going to be deported. You're leaving the country. That's definitely going to happen. There's no way around what you're about to go through. But what you did spiritually with the Lord and all that stuff you did, I can't speak on you on that anymore. Because you have done something you shouldn't have never did. So with that being said, there's no point in speaking on something that it is what's going to be, no matter what. There's nothing more to talk about on that. And when Jesus and people weapon about the dead, he said, let the dead bury the dead. Don't worry about the dead, worry about the living. In your situation, there's just no point in speaking on anything about you in any way whatsoever. Because the situation you did to yourself, there's nothing really to talk about anymore. And it is what it is. So there's nothing more to talk about. As far as I'm concerned, it's between now you and God. Wish you would have never did that. I wish you would have never, ever did that. I'm going to say one thing. Jamie's a person that don't like me. Can't say he hates me. And even the enemy that hates me at the end of the day, I would be willing to take off 2 years of my life for you. Even though I know you can't stand me, you hate me, you'd rather see me dead, I would sacrifice 2 years of my life if God gave me the ability to go back in time and prevent you from what you just did. I would even give 5. I would even give 10 if I could. I would even give my life. I'm already going to go to heaven. I feel I'm going to go to heaven. I've worked hard. Not only that, I keep myself with the Lord. I've been through so much. I've seen so much. And the Lord has got me through so much. There's no way in the world at the end of the day that he's going to bring a man through this much and basically leave him hanging. He's never been that type of Lord for me. And the Lord said, hey, I would take you now. Give up everything you have. I'll take you now. I'm glad to go back either way. I don't care. I love Jesus. But I'll shorten your time on this earth. If you had go back and tell and change what he just did, would you do it? Yeah, in a heartbeat. Because man's salvation is everything, Jamie. It's everything. On this earth is everything. In the next life, it's everything. We build foundations, we build insurance for this world that's temporary. It's a temporary world. It's not forever. Nothing's here forever. But yet we put insurance on things at the end of the day that we will never claim. They are truly not ours. They will stay behind. That insurance policy will cancel out, and then that'll be it. But in the next life where you didn't build your insurance policy, that's forever. So would I be willing to sacrifice my life for yours? Yes, I would. Even though you hate me, even though you can't stand me. And that's the part you can't process. That's the part you can't understand because you're in bed with Satan. You can't understand how can a person that I treated so wrongly can just turn around and sacrifice his life for mine, because it's worth it, Fernando. It's worth, at the end of the day, of me giving up my life so you can have the opportunity to inherit the kingdom of God. But unfortunately, what you did is unforgivable. And that's what makes it sad. You think at the end of the day, people, at the end of the day, did I hate any of them? I don't hate any of you at all, period. I don't. I don't give Satan that satisfaction. I'm lucky that the Lord put me through that situation that I went through, going through all that system and all that stuff, everything I went through in life, changed me, made me a better person. I would give up my life for anybody. At the end of the day, if it meant for them to be able to reach the kingdom of heaven, why not? From a person that would easily take a life to a person that would give his life. That's the transformation that I went through as a Christian man. All right, now Lord's telling me to get to work. That's what I'm about to go do, get to work. So I'm gonna change my background here. I kind of like this design here. Yeah, I'm gonna change this one up too. It's got a kind of little, I like this because it's kind of a Robocop kind of look to it. What is this right here? What are we doing here? Portrait. Oh, there's something different here. Maybe a little video back there. Little video back there. Let's see what we got. Nah, we ain't getting it from your folder. We're gonna go to their folder. We got better stuff up there. Let me see. 3D colors. Let me see. Oh, this would be perfect. This screen's portrait. I think it does. It's a tunnel. Let me see what we got here. Anytime now. This would be nice. So I have to go back to this. Oh, did you push down image for this video? I had it the first time, but down 3D. The 3D color showing to the first time. Let's try you again. Okay, one more time. Boom. Wix, why? Why? Must you make it so hard to make him go here? Reset the page. Let's save it first. See what's going on with them right now. I got snow footage, but I didn't get a chance to upload it yet. Actually, I got caught in the beginning of the snowstorm of round 2 of 2026. And I'm actually going to slice it in with what's going on out there right now. Because when I came in, it was bad, but I heard it's worse now, much worse. Yeah, because now we got a winter warning popped up. We got that triangle with the little snow in it. Yeah. So when I was out this early at night walking around, taking some footage, it was somewhat not that bad, but it was getting there. And then when I left out, I came back in, it was like, okay, so this is getting kind of bad. Now I got people texting me like, don't go outside. That's what it tells me, to go outside. So we're definitely going outside and play around it. Is my stuff charged up? I'm definitely going to play in the snow. Chances are, I knew it was going to be bad because we had Allentown police going up and down with the warning. Tell everybody to move your cars up the street because they're going to basically soak the street down. That's not going to help. Because it came down as sleet first. It built a coating first. Let's see, did we save this? We saved, right? Alright, I'm going to try you one more time after I have to reset you. Let's try you again. I went 3D. Maybe it's just that one not working. 3D tunnel. There we go. Yay! It went in. I just told you, not under my table. Did I not say that? You're going to mess around, you're going to pull out a cable, drag something, watch my keyboard slide off the table slowly. This guy right here is dragging on the cable, laying on the cable, and rolling around on the table. Did that cause somebody to have a seizure? You gotta be careful with something on your page sometimes. Let me see. Get them Doctor Who vibes. Let me see. We're where? Oh, on the front page. Alright, go get the, oh, I forgot, we changed that. I can't afford that. Let's go look around on this thing, do all the editing we did on here. So yeah, window technology, man, it's much easier than doing the other installs, man. Just put it in the glass, hit with a projector, and done. So I'm going to get a palette of Epson projectors, cheap ones. I don't need anything expensive because there are Epson projectors in there. And go in there and do another setup. I just finished a job at the other place. They had a 24 by 36 in there. And I got to run the projector mounts and all that stuff up there and connect it in, put it to the screen, and boop, that's it. We don't even need Christies for those. No lens shit that's involved in those things. You know what's going to be at it. Pop it in, it's done, the window, and that's it. And I get a chance to go out there and get a couple of videos for myself and some pictures and stuff, and go from there. See, we did the back with the giant movie seats and stuff. Try to do something a little more different on the page than we had with the projector mapping. For this little spiral design in the background, make it look real cool right there. And then right here we have this for the outdoor screens. I didn't want to change this one. It shows different scenery in the background for your outdoor projection screen setups for ambient light. Let me see. And then we got another one right here, a little back of some popcorn in the background. And we got the outside skies for the outside demonstrations, which I got to update all these now. What do we have here? What do I put behind here? Oh, that's the movie reel. That's the movie reel for there. And this is the solar system. That's for the ceiling. Oh, that's what it looks like. That's pretty cool. Okay, that looks big. Wait. Something's confusing here. Isn't it supposed to be? This is multi-screen. Oh, it hit two of them. It's only supposed to hit one. This was supposed to be for the portal. The multi-screen is something completely different. Mother chicken. Mother chicken. Let me go back over here real quick. Really? That's for the portal. Oh, this happened over here. This happened. Alright, let me see. Multi-screen. Change background. I need it to be a solid color. Multiple. Scroll into it. What the heck is that? Crinkle black foil. It's disturbing. I put black up here because I want to look for some black designs, and there's a lot of black people in here. Just saying. Like, literally, a lot of black people in here. Monitors, monitors, grr. Type of grr, dinosaur grr. Meet your dinosaur costume. Now what's he doing? He's looking at projector again. Let's see. Monitors. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Oh, my gosh. Here we go, some monitors. Multi-monitors. I remember the multi-monitors with the CRTs. You ever do a multi-monitor setup with CRTs? I did. I did a couple of them suckers, man. So much freaking VGA cable bouncing back and forth. You got this control box. Punch all your freaking VGA cables in, switchers. The massive giant 32-inch ViewSonic monitor, especially if you've got the all black ones are hot. Big old CRTs. Got to turn into an Incredible Hulk just to lift those suckers. Oh my goodness, I remember those days too, man. When we had to do tech jobs, and you imagine going from, especially when the elevator don't work, and you got to carry monitors from the top floor to the bottom floor. Oh, that was a freaking headache. And when are they going to come up with a thinner monitor? Something lightweight, something very, very lightweight. And you got people out there today talking about, oh, I can't lift this flat screen TV. It's so heavy. You just be looking at them like, really? Flat screen TV's heavy. I mean, it depends on what size it is at that, but still, if you're talking about a 32-inch flat screen TV, that's heavy. That's not heavy. That's a new Apple phone. I like it. Every time my sister has a 32, which is an old 32, I pick it like, look at my new Apple phone. The new extra large screen. But anyway, they have Apples, so that's a mess with them. But anyway, yeah, we were talking about 40, 50 inch, heavy to pick up. I'm like, man, you didn't grow up in my era at the end of the day. We had some big old TV sets, especially that RCA floor model. That thing never moved. And when you did move, the carpet was brand new in that section because you never moved. Somebody can rob your entire house. They would never take that TV out of there. It's a death sentence to pick that thing up. Ain't no way in the world you're gonna rob it. As a matter of fact, that TV was so heavy, you would have another TV on top of that TV. If that broke, you had another TV on top. It was a TV stand because it was so heavy. Dude, that thing stayed there. Even when you move, you're like, I'll just leave it there. I'm never gonna use that. Yeah, you move to a house, you find that TV. That's why, because the previous owner wasn't moving it. Those things were super heavy. Oh my God, those things were heavy. But the heaviest TV, the Sony Wega. The Wega, I think it's W-E-G-A, but the Wega. Those TVs were so freaking heavy. And that freaking Tabishi Super Tube, that's were for tweeters and silos. And they had that freaking Tabishi Super Tube. Like when somebody, that's a 40-inch TV. That thing had the back of that TV looked like the front of a Honda. That thing was huge. And that is huge JBL speakers that connected to the side of it. Oh, that's a big freaking monitor. I wonder if anyone has one of those for sale. It's funny, I'm just talking about, if I ever get one of those things, I'm never going to move it. Probably going to use from old gaming systems. I wonder if I get this correct on the, what's it called? Is it Mitsubishi or is it Toshiba? What's it, Toshiba? No, Toshiba. The TV monitor called the Super Tube. Yeah, where's the Super Tube at? Oh yeah, that thing was huge. Huge. 40-inch. I always wanted one when I was a kid. Not a kid, but you know, a pre-adult or whatever, pre-adult. I always wanted one. I couldn't afford it. They were so expensive. Now, they're cheap. I'm gonna buy one. It's never going anywhere. Never, ever going anywhere. Ever. Tabishi Super Tube with the JBL speakers. Should have went the 40-inch. The 40-inch. 40-inch TV Super Tube. Where's that freaking monstrosity? Is that it? Yes, it's a Mitsubishi. It's a Mitsubishi. It's a Mitsubishi? That's that right? It was a Mitsubishi, right? The Mitsubishi Super Tube. That's what it was. I think it was. The Mitsubishi 40-inch Super Tube. Bum, bum, bum. The most biggest monitor on the planet. The Super Tube. You would leave that TV there. There is no way in the world you're moving that thing. I wanted one of these. A friend of mine had one. Oh, for one for $100. It was from 1994. Excuse me. I gotta buy one. I need one of these. I'm gonna play my old games on it. Oh, I can play my light games on it too. You can't play my light guns on playing on projectors. They don't work. Ready? So I'm gonna go for $100. Yep, but get yourself a forklift. That sucker's heavy. I wonder how much they were when they first came out. Oh man, I had the speakers. You got the JBL speakers. I'm going with the JBL speakers on the side of it. Some guy went on Facebook. There it is right there. The Super Tube. And they got the speakers on the back of it too. Oh, I want one. Oh, that was back in the day. It's retro too. That's retro. Oh, I'm definitely gonna hook my NES up to it. I'm hooking my NES to it, my Genesis, all of them up to it. It's worthy. It's definitely worthy. Oh, and I get the stand for it too. I remember it had its own stand with it too. That's a big TV, the 40-inch. Here's the other one from 1996. Ooh, eBay got one? How much is eBay selling theirs for? Okay, I got you. Let's see. 40-inch, the largest TV you can buy it, original print. Are you talking about the manual? Oh, you're talking about the ad for it. This is the ad for it. For $10.50. I would buy that plus that TV. Let me see. Yeah. I turn this side. Someone has to message me. Yeah, you have to keep doing that mess, eBay. What the frig is this mess at the end of the day? Because this is how eBay transfers their messages to people. There's nothing on there. Somebody sent me some message on eBay about the paint. That's coming down anyway. We're not going to add that during this time. I'm taking it down. I got to figure out how to go in there and delete it off the account. I haven't stored anything on eBay in years, man. So we have to figure out how to delete it off the account. Once we figure out how to delete it, it's going. We're going to stand slowly slipping off into the abyss. Stand. Come on, stand. Stick up. Stand up. Got work to do. Yeah, we're removing it. Ain't no point in having it on there for what? That's not multi-monitors right there. That would be multi-monitors. I wonder what that would look like. We gotta have it on the other site. Yeah, that'll work. Tabletop projection screens. Okay, we'll leave the rest where it's at. It's good. We're done with that. I want to get those first couple pages. So let's see. Go back in here. This one again. Actually put it back to where it's at. Yo. Driving right there for the car. Gaming technology. Am I crooked here? Oh yeah. There we go. Outside, back up the popcorn. Movie seats. Let's finish. Stand, get that done. I'm gonna leave that to where it is. I think I'll keep that's cool. Nope, nope, nope. How are you even still there? Didn't we just change you out? I literally changed you out. I know I changed you out. I know you can't still be there. I just went and changed you out. Let me see. Okay, that's the whatchamacallit for the movie reel. Blah, 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 blah. That's the background for that space for the ceiling. Yeah, it's still there. What in the world? It's not there because it's right. Oh, wait. Yeah, we changed the background for that. Publish that. Do that one again. I don't think I published it. I definitely should have changed out. Alright, let's try you again. Where you at? I definitely want to change you out this time. Back in again. Boom, 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 boom. Alright, let's see what we got going on now. Page. Clickety, click. There, changed out. That was done. That was done. I know if that's in there. It's just messing with me now. It's just messing with me. Let me see. There we go. Multi-monitors is in there. Cool. I didn't publish it. My bad. My bad. You blaming me, it's your bad. My bad. Alright, so check out the other pages. How do upgrades and all them. This is the front page. We had to revamp the whole front page. Now we got the whole QRs going all over the place for the technology. Every time we search, we scan. We got the window decals on the windows. Each server putting in the window decals. They're going to allow us to put our QR code in there. So man, I'm going to flood this thing everywhere. That's what you're supposed to do. Let's see. This is our new technology screen. This is the page I was just working on. Scroll it down. There we go. That's a beautiful sky in the background. Because the possibilities are endless. Possibilities are endless. Summary. Explain the breakdown of the screen. Then we got the first daytime projection screen panels. Got some kids running in the background, enjoying the daytime. Right there. Over here, talking about the SFEG fusion, sun future energy gain, outside demonstrations in the park, and all that good stuff. And explaining the gain, which I have to finish that right there. Talking about the gain on the technology. Gotta find something super bright for that one. This is the new sections we put in. Let's see, I'm going transparent flex visual panels. Another section over here. And then we have to put another section over there. Whew. Oh, I forgot. We have to put something in here. We have the visual walls. Okay, I did publish already. I'm gonna go over here to the page, but then a little happy customer section. Wait, don't we have a customer section? We do get all that stuff in there. Oh, all this video's gotta be put in there. Alright, get around to doing that. We did a mashup on one of the videos. Good, because we did a mashup, we can get them all in there. Let's see, here, this one. I've been in this seat too long, seat too long, seat too long. I've been in this seat too long, but do. So what happens when I have to be in one spot over and over again? I get a little batty. The Lord's with me. Keep it on topic, bird. Keep it on topic. That's the reason why I go off topic, because I get bored. I get off topic and get bored. My friend was like, is it really easy? That's easy to set up? Yes, I didn't tell her about the other part. The constant, endless maintenance and updating. So everything now I got to go back to the search engine and tweak it again because we changed something on it. Let me see. Oh, we're already in here, aren't we? Yeah, we're already in here. All right, get back in here. Up there, in there. Oop, another section. This is why that's what I would have in my cubicle section. Well, my cubicle section for my employees would be insane because they have our desk in there. They'll have the AdTech deck and that's in there. I think it's gonna be insane. So they have a pod system, they can go into cubicle pods. The environment changes out at will while you're in there. Oh yeah, definitely way to chill and relax. You could be in the meadow, you could be in the country, you could be on the moon. Did I say country? Yeah. So that's wrong. You could be in the country, out in the country. You could be on the moon. It starts with the pod changes around you. In your work environment. I want to build stuff like that. And every once in a while, if you want to get out, just take a walk. If not, you will go crazy. That's why up here, the cubicle cattles, they have like 4 breaks. And they walk around here and there. You got to, because you will go nuts. I remember at one point, you had to stay in that cubicle. Stay in there. Stay in there. That drove people nuts. I had people going, coming back and doing crazy stuff at the end of the day. They snap from all the stress. They got to be able to get out of that little box and go out and walk around and do something. That's horrible. So now they have it where they got to walk around. They can walk and go out and take a little break, get 4 breaks in a day. That's the way it should have been a long time ago. But, you know, corporate America, work people to death. That's one of the things I did when I worked in did factory work. I would get to know all the machines because you get bored of the same machine day after day after day after day. So I go into another section and be like, hey, I'm gonna go to this section over here and I can meet people over at lunch break or whatever. Like, what you operating on? I operate on this. Can you train me to use that machine? I'll train you how to use mine. And we swap machines. Next you know, you swapping from machine to machine to machine. Number 1, you learn how to run all the machines in the shop, which is a good trade to know. And number 2, if you get bored of being on the same machine, just trade, you'll trade. Man, that's how I got through my day. Trading up on other machines. So if he was out for work or something happened, I can pick up his slack because I know how to operate this machine at the end of the day. On top of that, makes me a much more valuable worker because I know how to operate on machines in here. So I never get to that point where if I got tired of the same machine, like, yo, I got to trade up, man. This machine's put me to sleep. I go over this machine, or I go over here and go over. It's a different section, new people, all that stuff, man. I freaking loved it. So everybody else is doing the same thing, swapping out. It ain't hard to learn from the machine. You got to get a manager to train you. You learn from the person who actually operates the machine. Of course, he can train you on that. Yep. You get to be in a whole new section. All right, guys, I'm leaving. I'm going to the machine for a little bit. See you at lunch. You're going to go on the other side and work on the machines over there. And the machines I hated the most are the ones I mastered. Because those are the ones you're basically, the ones that you hate the most are the ones you do want to master. So if you're good at the ones you hate, any day you got to be on them, it'll be a breeze because you already learn how to work it. Like when I do shooting games, I pick the worst gun that they possibly got, and I learned to make it my best gun. So all they have is those, I'm good. I'm good with this 100%. I know how to use it. The Scout is the worst weapon. I think everybody hates the Scout in World War Z. My Scout's crazy, man. I actually put the points into it to modify it, so it's actually perfect. You kill zombies, you get modification points. So that's where that comes from. Yeah, I actually upgrade all my crappy weapons because those are weapons you'll find more of than basically the high velocity weapons. Like, man, I never see this gun ever. Especially the Advance. If you got the Advance and the Advance got 60 rounds in it, 60 rounds in the Advance, but the Advance got explosive rounds in it. So anything you hit, you're taking it down with that thing easily. You have to make sure to keep reloading that thing. And I like to use the drones because the drones are fantastic, man. Anything around you gets electrocuted. So I can be sitting there hitting the heavy gun, the 50 cal, and I don't worry about anything running up on top of me. If a bull gets me, he's getting electrocuted. If a freaking jumper gets me, they getting electrocuted. Anything around that thing gets electrocuted. That's why I use the drones. So I grab a shotgun, I can go shoot, I can just push right through a horde of zombies and everything's getting electrocuted around me. That's the ultimate defense. Let me see what we're doing here. Oh. Do. Put our background back down here. And put down in this section. In the video. Happy people. Happy people. Right now I'm just into that Assassin's Creed 2 on top of that. Assassin's Creed is actually pretty good. I still like that Unity. It's my favorite. I was playing my buddy. He was like, "You don't hide anybody." No, I leave the bodies right there. I like to invite trouble. You know, get to hone in on my skills better. It's practice at the end of the day. Just leave them there. Oh man, I love freaking Assassin's Creed. That's a good game, man. That's a real good game. You know, I hated that game when it first came out. I couldn't. Most of the majority of games I love the most are games I used to hate. I hated Assassin's Creed. I didn't like the whole climbing system with it. I just didn't like it. I hated it. I didn't touch it when it first came out. I wouldn't go near any of the series whatsoever because I hated it. And one day I was bored. I had nothing else to play. And they had freaking Unity. Oh my goodness, man. They changed the whole climbing system on it. That game is freaking amazing. After that, I've been hooked. I beat every last one of them except for that last one. Oh, the one they had in Egypt. I hated that one. That was one I did actually hate. Everything was too far apart. It was just too isolated. Didn't feel like I like the inner city where everybody's all crowded together. I like those better, but yeah, I didn't like that one too much. One in the Roman Empire was freaking incredible. That was actually really good. That was actually really, really good. And GTA is another one. GTA, I hated GTA when I first got it. I couldn't stand it. I didn't like it. I didn't understand it. That's what it was. There was nothing about the games that I didn't understand it when I got GTA. I thought in the game, when I first got the game, all I did was run around and just, you know, shoot people. Usually most people doing GTA anyway. Ride around, call up mayhem. That's all I did in the game. I didn't know I had a storyline behind this game. So I get the first GTA when it comes out. And my buddy has, I had a brand new pair of Andy Clippers that I bought in the case. And he does hair from time to time. He wanted a new pair of clippers, but he couldn't afford no Andys. And I was like, well, I got a brand new version in the box, right? No, he had the clippers. He had brand new clippers. No, sorry, wrong way around. He had the clippers. I bought the game GTA. He can't get it because he's underage. Apparently his mother wouldn't have. He wasn't that far in age. About 17. But still, you know, his mom was like, you want to go get it yourself. I ain't buying it. So he's like, man, I want that game. Everybody else had it. He couldn't get it. And then I bought the game and I played it. And I didn't like it because all it was, I got bored of driving around and hitting people with cars and stuff like that. I was like, it was boring, man. And I gave it to him. I said, look, let's make a trade, right? You got clippers, I got the game. What you want to do? He said, well, trade. Fine. All right. I got the clippers, the game, whatever. I'm good to go. Got some new pair of Andys. He got freaking the game. He's having a ball with it. And I go over to check out, see what he's doing. I'm watching him do a mission. I was like, where the frick this come from? I drove over the city. I ain't see nothing because I didn't understand the game. He was doing the mission where the guy basically is in the restaurant and you have to steal his car and you have to take it to the garage, 8 Ball's garage, and put the bomb in it, bring it back. Be careful because it's real sensitive. You got to park it exactly where you found it, the same way. And he gets in the car, blows up. I was like, oh, I want to buy the game again. So when I bought the game, and I got the Clippers on, I had extra money, kind of go and buy the game. And I bought the game, and I started playing. I was like, oh my goodness, when the bridge blew up, and 8 Ball, he took you to his boss. And the first job you get is to kill the guy who's selling drugs to the streetwalkers. And the guy took his baseball bat or take him out. And I was just blown away by the whole storyline, like the fact that you got to take this car, you got to drive his car and get it painted and park it, and the other guys, take the guy who's sort of swings. You know how it goes. You play GTA. You got to take the guy's car back. And when I saw, I was like, wow, you talking about the missions are like this? Man, I had no idea, man. No idea. That GTA, man, that was the best thing I ever played in my entire life, man. And then they came with Vice City. And Vice City had all the glamour and the bright lights and all that, and the pastel colors and stuff. Wow, that was incredible, too. That was another game that was amazing on that. Man, I tell you, I had to go to a job interview the day my game came. I got on the Xbox. People don't realize that if you know anything about Rockstar Games never came to Xbox. I stand there and tell people at the end of the day, like, no, it was PlayStation exclusive to PlayStation only. Later on, they transferred to Rockstar. I got the copy of it. I got the copy that came with the dual pack, where you got the GTA and you got the Vice City. I got one. I still got mine in mint condition for the Xbox when it came out. But I got people that are noob in gaming, like, no, it always was on Xbox. Like, no, it wasn't. It was on Xbox. It was exclusively to PlayStation. And then later on, it came out a version for the Xbox guy. They even got the magazine, Xbox magazine, that gives the announcement when it comes out. Matter of fact, I got the original Xbox, the original Dreamcast, when it came out in September the 29th of 1999. I have that one, the original broadcast for that. But anyway, yeah, it was on PlayStation only. Then later on, it came out to Xbox. But anyway, yeah, I beat every other side, the DLCs, all of them. Then you had the GTA 4. GTA 4? Man, you gotta be kidding me, man. GTA 4. You had so many people in the lobbies from New York, because they based it in New York. There was so many people from New York in the lobby that I was in the car with three of them. One was from Brooklyn Heights, and the other one was from South Bronx. Was in the car. And they were getting out, like, pull over, get out, and just looking around like, wow, look at this. I said, how I asked them, because I've been here a few times, but now they lived in New York. I said, how close? And I said, man, it's very, very close. Very, very close. There's a lot of New Yorkers in that game. A lot of New Yorkers in that game. And they be explaining stuff in there, like stuff you wouldn't even know, because they lived there. Like, this is where so-and-so used to be at, and they got the old hits, and they're like, yeah, I remember where they used to be a pizza shop, and it turned into this, it turned into that, and so forth and so forth. I was like, man, it finally burned down. I mean, they're crying, man. Yeah, it's interesting. It was interesting being there with the New Yorkers, and they're talking about all the history of New York City. Like, the side you never seen, the side that the tour guides can't show you. It's freaking amazing. Once their Statue of Liberty, they're over there talking about that. Yeah, New Yorkers know it. I was in there having a ball. So that was a fun game to have fun with at the end of the day. I think that's the best online play ever in GTA. The best online play. The one they have right now, it sucks. And it sucks because people in there are too candy. They're too candy in that game. They get upset if you do anything to them. You go in there, you sucker punch them, they get mad. You wreck their car, they get mad. You blow up their car, they get mad. It used to be back in the day, it was all out, everybody for himself. There was no insurance on cars. There was no worrying about getting insurance on this. You made it real. Like, you made it real life. That's the whole reason why I play video games, to escape real life. But you made it real life. I got to pay insurance. I got to have freaking an apartment. I got to buy. So it just became too of a headache. I was like, no, I don't want to do it. And then I hit someone's car, because, you know, I'm playing GTA. We hit someone's car and it blows up. The guy got out and screamed at me. Like, what are you doing? Hit my car. My insurance I paid for. Like, are you kidding me? It's a video game? No, if you played GTA 4 and you had the liberty of playing that one online, that was freaking amazing. It was all out war. It was like Call of Duty, but it was basically GTA. You could change everything in it. You can manipulate the weather. You can bring cops on, cops off. I always kept cops on because it's funny to have them in there. You can change out the weather. You can make it foggy. You can make it rain. Also, you can make it sunny. You can make it nighttime, make it daytime. That was freaking amazing. Oh, it was great, man. It was a good game. It was everybody for himself. Unless you had team deathmatch, it was different. But most likely it was everybody for himself. And I would turn the cops on. That was amazing. I was in the alleyway blowing people up with rocket launchers. Best place to be at. I remember I set the level. It was Times Square in the park. Nighttime, rocket launchers only. Because you could change out what weapons you can have and what weapons you can't have. And I put the cops on. It was absolute total chaos. Oh, man. The park just looked like something was like a firework display going wrong. Just boom, 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 boom. They're in there getting it in. See planes flying over top, firing missiles and rockets. Boom, boom, boom. This is crazy. Had a lot of fun on there. The prison, we were playing in the prison. Fog. Knives only. Oh, that's another good one, man. Sniper rifles, no auto aim. Another good one to have in there. Shotguns only. Close quarters. Close quarter area with shotguns only. I'll tell you what Nintendo Switch needs to bring out, and they really do. Bond. They need to bring back Bond. If you've never played Bond, you missed out on so much. You missed on the Arrow. I'm pretty sure some people should. No, no, no. Gen Zs wouldn't know about that. They wouldn't know about the Bond. They wouldn't know about the split screen era, where you four of your buddies all go in, plug your controllers in, and beat the crap out of each other on a split screen or quad screen, whatever you call it. And Bond was the best game for that. So, yeah, era. You guys missed that on something real good. And then you had Hat Job. Was it Hat Job? The short guy? You're forbidden to use him. We forbid anyone from using Hat Job. Why? He's impossible to kill. He'd slide on his knees. It's just hard to shoot him. Once he's on his knees, it's really hard to shoot him. So that was a forbidden character you couldn't touch, man. But that game, the freaking death match on Bond was freaking flawless, man. Oh, I like that game. That karate chop, that kung fu chop, you get hit with that, game over. Oh man, they had to bring that up. See, NES, you bring that game back, man. You have any idea how many people would drop on a controller if you found that you was doing Bond online? Yep. That's right. And you'd have so many people on there, you'd be surprised. Freaking servers would be crashing. You have young boys on there because they want to know what the hype is all about, because they didn't get a chance to experience. You got old heads going to be on there because that's a flashback from the past. Oh, man, Bond was amazing. That, and what was it? Perfect Dark was another one that was good. Because you can punch somebody in the face, and Melee was the puncher, and the room get all blurry. Oh, that was messed up. Someone second punch, you got a gun, and your room get all blurry. Yeah, Perfect Dark was good too. But that James Bond, I need to bring that back, man. But they lose a license. I mean, they got money. They can get that back, man. Someone put a petition like, please bring out Bond. Bond was epic, man. My favorite was proximity mines. Proximity mines in the stack. People would fire bullet holes into the wall, because the mines, when you throw them in the water, like bullet holes. They would fire bullet holes all in the wall, and they would stay there. These holes would not disappear. They would stay there. And they would throw mines up there. So you didn't know what was a bullet hole, what was a mine. These mines didn't even blink at all. There was no blink on them, no indicator, nothing. There's a little tiny dot. That's what it was, like a little kind of black kind of bottle cap, whatever it was. But if you hit one of those suckers, your game was over. And they were doing all kinds of treacherous stuff with bombs. They put mines on freaking ammo boxes, mines under the doors, so when they slide up, they stick them up there. When it's shut, they wouldn't blow up. The minute you open up, boom, you're going. Mines in the toilet, mines in the freaking, one of the facilities, if you came out of the freaking air duct, you would land in the toilet, there would be a bomb waiting for you. Bomb in the air duct, bombs everywhere, man. I used to sit there and get the proximity mine and just spray them everywhere, just in the corner, tucked away, and watch the little dots disappear off the screen. Oh man, it was such fun. And the rocket launchers. The rocket launchers at Bond were epic. Even the freaking explosions can kill you alone. I remember one time I was up on the top of the library. I must have fired at least a whole round of rocket launchers at one of my buddies. And one of them hit him. I don't even know how. It was one of those fluke moments where you just fire everything you got and you're still alive. Like, what in the world? Like, how are you still alive? Like, I have no idea. Let's see. Happy customer. Can we just put that in there because it's easier? Putting happy customer demonstrations. Oh, do you want to leave a number or something in there that'll disappear on you? We get the super tube out of here. I'm gonna play that. I got Final 64 right now. Let's see. Happy customer testimonies. We're playing my sister's kids. They got James Bond, and we went over for a family reunion. They was over there practicing. I guess they were practicing like all month. They were gonna play me. At the end of the day, like I was sitting there eating something, like, hey, okay, you want to come upstairs and go play some Bond? I was like, nah, I don't feel like slaughtering you guys today. It's gonna be pathetic what I'll do to you on Bond. Why even try? And I did that on purpose because I knew they would get hyped up. Like, come on, you're afraid. Well, I'd be afraid of you at the end of the day, man. You ain't got nothing for me. I'm like, oh shit, then you know. Like, come on. I'm like, okay. Now when he whip y'all behind, it's gonna be in it. You know he's a gamer. Y'all gonna get messed up. Don't play with him. You know what? Might as well. Oh man, that was the best day of my life, man. I let them beat me. I let them beat me multiple times. I would get them hyped up, you know what I mean? Talk trash. Oh, you ain't got nothing. You think you're this, that, and the other? Yeah, I ain't got nothing at all, period. I beat the living daylights out. This might beat you so bad you think the controller's unplugged? It was that scenario. Literally thought, why you unplugging the control? I think, is it off? Is it off? Oh, I'm beating you that bad. You think your controller off? I beat the crap out of them in Bond. They had no freaking skill levels whatsoever. Usually when I fire rockets, I'm not firing them at you. I'm firing them where you're going to land at. Most of the time I'll fire it this way, but I'll tweak the trigger that way. And they don't know anything about that and how to get people to move in certain directions where you want to take them up at. Oh man, it was a field day all day long. Man, I was just blowing up. Boom, 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 boom. That's his rocket launcher. That's all I use, his rocket launcher. Man. They were like, that's cheating. Why are you using the rocket launcher? It's my favorite weapon to use. Oh, did you die again? Did you die again? What happened? Did you die? What happened? Did you die again? Maybe your control's broken. Plug it back in. It might work. I had one in the closet, upset. He was mad, and the other one was wrapped up in the sheet under bed, upset and angry. Like, what did you do? I came outside, yelled at me, like, what did you do? Why did you do that to them? They were just little kids. Why? Why? You asked for it. Remember that. Why? Why? Oh, man, I beat the crap out of them. And then last year, one of my brothers, I was playing this, N64 for wrestling. I used to stay at the game store with my buddies. And they're young boys there. They're oh, yeah, I got this. I beat the crap out of him on that game. He never even got a chance to get up. He's on the ground. I was beating the crap. Can I get up? Get up. Here, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to embarrass you. Switch controllers. Still kick this behind. Oh, you think the controller's broken? Here, take mine. Now, my energy's depleted because I beat the crap out of him. I give them my stupid fist behind. They don't know about tapping that button. Got to hold it down. Keep tapping, keep tapping, keep tapping. Boom, you pop up. They don't know anything about that. They hit it one time. You got to keep tapping it. Now, my brother, he's good at wrestling. Really good. I could never beat him at wrestling, ever. Ever. He was really good at wrestling. I don't know what it was. He just knew all the moves, everything. He knew how to tire you down, keep you nice and weak, and beat the crap out of you. And one day, we sat down to play this game. It was on ColecoVision. It was played on ColecoVision. And he literally sat there and looked at me and said, I'm going to power drive you in each corner of the ring. He did it too. I was so mad at him after that, man. I was like, oh, I'm done. I'm done. I'm never going to that game again. He beat me that bad in that game. You're going to tell somebody, you're going to power drive them in the middle of every, oh, God, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I quit. I'm not playing this anymore. But he was never good in Demon Attack. He was horrible in Demon Attack. He was not good at shooter games. So I had to whip his behind in that. Everybody had a game you were good at. We still play regardless if we're going to lose or not. Oh, man. I remember one girl, I was thinking, she had Genesis. And she had Madden on Genesis. She was talking all this trash and everything. So we get over to her house to play. I deliberately went the wrong way to turn around and still scored a touchdown on her. And I was like, what happened? I thought you were tackling me. You gonna let me go all the way to the end and then turn around and still get the touchdown on you? She didn't speak to me for a day. I said, oh, somebody got their emotions hurt. I thought you were good at this. Well, right down the middle. Right down the middle. Where were you? Oh, man. Let me see. Oh, Perfect Dart, Captain Shotgun. I carry shotguns in the Captain Perfect Dart. I like the close quarters. Because I'd be tucked on the corner real tight. And you come on, boom, blow you away. Ain't no way to get around that one. I call myself Captain Shotgun. That's my nickname, Captain Shotgun. The revolution shall live on. The revolution shall live on. Captain Shotgun. Don't let me catch you in the corner. Don't let me catch you in the corner. Like to lay down low, blow your kneecaps out. Captain Shotgun. Oh, we had so much fun, man. Soul Calibur, in there playing Soul Calibur with my friends. So much fun. The stomp move, Siegfried stomp. We used to step and go bam, 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 bam. That stomp was brutal. Especially that drop kick. Get that drop kick, boom, roll over, hit that move on them, and then basically stop them. Oh, man. Me and my buddy used to play that game. He used to come over to the crib, we used to play. And I never forget, man, I beat the daylights out of him in Soul Calibur. I just got to beat the crap. That Spawn came with it. Beat the crap out of him. He used Spawn. I used Siegfried. I beat the crap out of him. And when you turn to somebody and you press the button when you stomping them while you looking at them and smiling, that's embarrassing. I'm done. I'm done. I got to put away this in here. I'm going home. That's disrespect. Some disrespect right there. Yeah, man. Oh my goodness. I miss those days, man, so much. I remember I used to play Unreal Tournament and they got on the Xbox 360. That's when I used to come there and get that speech, your God Maker, 9.99. Ah, your God Maker, 9.99 declares himself the winner of this match before it even starts. That means I had to beat that game. I beat everything. I got 3 people were able to take me out. I used to do it on PC a long time ago. I was playing competition. But anyway, oh man. My buddy said, "You play that game all the time?" I said, "Yeah, I freaking love Unreal Tournament." Says guy, "I'll play in deathmatch. I bet you I can take you." We had this conversation outside somewhere. So you sure you want to do this? Yeah, sure. Man, I gotta beat this. Cranberries off. Weapon combos, none of that stuff. I fire around down the hallway. He runs up the stairs. I be charging up, drop a bunch of grenades on the stairs. Ding, 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 going. Man, snipe him from a distance, going. Oh man, he had hiding spots. They had them freaking boots you could put on. You could jump from one section to the next, but then they changed it over to the machines now. Machines got a jumping distance on that. You had to jump and snipe at the same time. And most people don't know that when they run in that game, you got to hop and shoot at the same time. You know how to cancel out rockets. When people launch rockets and they lock on you and they come at you, you're supposed to go around in a circle. You go around in a circle, the rockets go in a circle. You gotta make sure your armor's up a little bit. When you lean next to the wall, they'll explode. They'll cancel out. Take a little damage. That's basically about it. But you're good. See, you're still alive. But anyway, yeah, he didn't know anything about that. Plasma cannons, shotgun rounds. They got the huge shotgun ball that comes out. He didn't know anything about that. Yeah, whipped his behind, man, that game. Whipped his behind good, man. I quit. I'm going out. I'm going to go get something to drink. So you need it, don't you? Got that boy whipping. That whopping. Not whipping, whopping. He got the old-fashioned whopping. Quake was good at those games too. Quake, another game I like. I did used to play Doom, but Doom got satanic, so no. Doom is very satanic. I don't touch Doom with a 10-foot pole. What was the other game I had an issue with? Oh, it was Doom. It was Doom I had the issue with. I couldn't touch it. I couldn't play it anymore. That's a good game too. But man, I'm not talking about the new Doom. New Doom is definitely satanic. But I'm talking about the Doom. When it came out, we had the upside down burning crosses. You ever seen that section of the game? Yeah, I was running through the game. I went to the doorway. I was like, wait a minute. What in the world? I backed a little. I said, oh my goodness. They're upside down burning crosses. I'm like, oh, we're done. We're out of here. Bye. Bye. There's another game I like too. I really liked it. I was into that game too. I was playing it. And in the end, when you beat the final boss, it says you get this book, this magical book. It's a book about the meaning of life. Because they're all dead. They're all dead. I forgot the name of the game, but they're all dead. They're skeletons. They're all dead. They're old warriors that die. And they did something that got them cursed. So at the end of the day, you got to fight all these hordes of enemies just to get this book of life. This book of life grant wishes. When they opened the book, there's a pentagraph in there. I was like, dun, 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 dun. That's why you got kids at the end of the day, you got to be really careful what your kids play. It's all kinds of wicked stuff in games. Headsets, there's stuff you will hear in headsets you will never hear if you play a game every single day. You'll play a game every single day. When you have headsets on, you will hear all kinds of weird stuff going on in games. Whispers, chants, all that stuff. You gotta be careful. Yep. Got to be careful. On some of these games and weird chants and stuff. Symbolic messages. I've been playing World War Z for the longest time. I had headsets on it. I heard some stuff in there I didn't even know. There's it's funny comments that the AIs make, the machines make. It's funny. I haven't seen anything there too weird. All right, happy customers. Geez, let's just put 4 of these in here. Because right now I'm getting irritated. I'm tired of being in front of this machine. I need to do something else. I'm doing some fabric demonstrations next. I'm gonna do fabric. I had to pull one of them because I hit a copyright. So apparently, whatever was in there, the music at all, was copyrighted, so I couldn't touch it. So I took the whole video out. I don't even bother to speak that because if they say what it is, let's take it out. Let me see. I need a video player bird. I'm irritated right now. I get irritated with this because I'm tired of doing the same thing over and over again. That's what I feel like I'm doing. I got to do something different. And I realized something. I am temperamental about my art. I am. I consider my screen paint to be artwork. I have little bills back there, my cardboard bills. But I consider my screen paint to be artwork. I get really offensive over people who, and I gotta stop doing that. That's really not good. But when people contact me about my product and they say, well, it's gonna come out too dark, you've got to be freaking kidding me. Do you have any idea how many demonstrations we do on this stuff at the end of the day? It's not even funny. The environments that I sit in, my environments are brighter than yours. I have 24,000 in these places at the end of the day. You've got to be kidding me. And we got screens that operate outside now in direct sunlight. And you're talking about, no, that's why I can't bother with you after that. Okay, I'm going to take your order. Because it means at the end of the day, for me, I did all that testing, different environments. We're at the carrying place, was here, we're there, all these different places. You've seen the screen pop up. Customer demonstrations, all that stuff. And you're going to ask me some questions? So that means you have not researched anything my company does at the end of the day. If you research and you type in ambient rejection technology, we pull up on Google. Now that's what gets me. And when they say that, I'm like, nope, I lost interest. I don't want to do the order. ILEG. Let's see. Lit. ILEG. Screen paint. Lit room. ILEG, Infusion Light Energy Gain, the ultimate black cinema screen paint. I'm literally everywhere. I'm all over Google. I got videos that pop up everywhere. There's no way in the world you don't know this. And then fully lit daytime projection. You said 2018 right here. You think I'm not pulling your chain at the end of the day? I'm just not saying anything. All I did was put ILEG screen paint, lit room, and it'll bring up Infusion Light Energy Gain, black cinematic screen paint. Enables high contrast, bright projection in fully lit environments. And we got stuff that dates back to 2018 and me showing up a black screen operating in fully lit environments. Say goodbye to the dark. Another one of our slogans we like to say all the time. Perform design works in fully lit environments. So we shot so many of these videos on just about everything you could possibly think of. We've done this. This is me in my old place, right here. We got a screen right next to a window with condensed lighting hitting the screen. That's what gets me when somebody sends me that at the end of the day. I'm like, really? Like, I do tons of videos. This is why we do all these videos. Because this is something you're supposed to see. And this is from 2018. This is the new stuff on site. Because they're on the shorts. The new stuff's on shorts. Epson projector, the Powerlight S6, the one I paid $16.25 for. We did a test run through somebody's business. Zero washout. So that's why when I get stuff like that, automatically our intentions at the end of the day, we feel that you're just playing games with us. We block you. We move on. We don't got time for it. There's another one right here. Motorized projection screen. Fully lit environment. All lights will pop on. That's all you got to type in. ILEG, fully lit environment. ILEG, outside. ILEG, we did all tons of these videos on everything. So, you know, we specialize in ambient rejection technology. So if you sat there and told me at the end of the day that you sent me a text, an email saying, hey, I don't want it to become too dark. You don't see all those demonstrations we just did? We have 15,000 videos out there. Or just about everything. That's 15,000 videos on YouTube, not the other social media accounts I own. I got 16 Facebook fan pages. I got tons of videos and over thousands of videos on these sites. We're linked in everywhere. Then the website has tons of videos. It has thousands and thousands of pictures attached to it. Videos, all that stuff, all linked. So, yeah, we've got a lot of stuff, man. So, when I hear that statement, we won't sell to you. That's like an insult to my intelligence. I think it really is. I can see if I had no videos out there whatsoever, you know, no way for you to be able to see anything we do. I can understand that. But we had tons of videos. It shows up everywhere. ILEG, we're all, this is all us. People also search for, this is all us. Even the Black Series, Black Widow, gunmetal technologies up there. Outside. Change the day outside. You're talking about a new cinematic technology. They pull this screen up over here. This is from 2020, 2025, I think it's right here. Our screen's outside. Time is around, keep the doors in my way, 4:52. I was outside at 4:52 doing that demonstration. I think that 4:52 was that the Optima. 4:52, I think it was the Optima. Yeah, it's the Optima. Ultra short though outside. While everybody's inside, that demonstration right there, now like I said, not to be rude and people take it the wrong way, but it is what it is, okay? That demonstration beat every demonstration in ultra short though. You know why? Because everybody did an ultra short demonstration, did it inside. We took the Optima GT55, got it at 140 inches, which is way past its max level. Its max level is 100 inches, and we got it to operate outside. Not inside, outside. So every time I bump into somebody who says, hey, you know, can you operate ultra short throw? Yeah, we show them this video. We did it outside. We beat their own promo demonstration. That's us again. 150-inch screen outside on the deck. So it's not that I'm being rude. No, it's not being rude. It's just, you got to be kidding me, Mr. Clip. You got to be kidding me. All those videos. Imagine if you do all this work. You do tons of work, right? Every day. Work. And somebody asks you at the end of the day, do you work? What reaction will you have out of that? You don't know, like, you do a what? What do you mean? Tell me what? I come here early in the morning. I'm the one that does the entire stock room. That's me. I do all that category in back there. That's me. You gonna ask me, do I work? No, you would lose your mind. You would freaking lose your mind with somebody at the end of the day. Someone asks you, do you work? Or somebody said, oh, he don't do any work, he lazy. You would lose your mind in that place if somebody said that to you. So for me, I'm not upset by it. It's the fact that how could you not see this? That's outside. It's 150-inch outside on the deck. And sit there and say, I don't want my stuff to come out too dark. You just lost your order. That's an insult to me at the end of the day. And that's the screen paint, supposedly not supposed to be the work, by the way, so y'all know that. But yeah, that's like an insult. So If we don't respond back to you, that's why. I don't even engage it. I just basically just put you in junk. That's where you go at. You can't say because you're overseas. People, I got people from overseas. They pick my videos up all the time. Black screen. Snow, we always show snow. In our demonstrations, there's a snow level right there. Look at that fatty tail. The fatty tail, you tackle. Rah! You and your fatty tail. How dare you? Some more food? Yeah, nothing in there. Come here. Empty out. Gotta get your bacon out of the way. Alright, look, the big head out of the way. There you go. But yeah. So, you know, it's kind of like you're insulting me when you say that. When you say at the end of the day that I don't want my image to come up too dark. And we're doing stuff like this. Every single day. Every single day I'm doing something like this. So I said, 180 inch. When the guy sat there and made the statement and said, at the end of the day, he said that, oh, you're just doing small things. Do you have any idea the size screens we build? The size of the screens we build are huge. 180 to 150. They even had dual 150 inches side by side. Dual 150 inches. This is all us. It took a long time to get this done. Look, we even have black versus black. It's right there. It shows up everywhere. All black versus black demonstrations are designed to show up everywhere to show that that product has been tested. AI overview. Ambient light rejection. Sorry, the ILEG. Ultimate Black Cinematic Imperial. Talking about the Imperial technology. That's the screen that reads a white level. It's a black technology that literally reads a white level so high that if we put it next to a certified white screen, they look like they can blend. And that screen turns other screens dark when they sit next to it. Offers a specialized solution for creating a large up to 180 inch screens in high contrast. So AI knows all this information because we basically not only do we don't just talk it, we actually show videos with it. So AI has a video to match everything we say. Quantum Black Star. It's another one we built. 250 inch. That's me. 250 inch in the backyard. Projector cost me $270. A 720p model. It's a Chrissy LW. I think it's a 505. It's a 401. And that projector cost me roughly $270. That's what I want to do up here. I'm introducing these giant screens all over Allentown. And they think these projectors are going to cost them like somewhere between like $30, $40, $50,000. Like, no. What if we spend that type of money at the end of the day? That's craziness. They think they need these Ultra 8K projectors because the screens are white. That's what they're used to using. No, that technology over there can do 250 inches on a projector that's only roughly, it's way under. It's like a WXGA projector. WXGA projector. 720p old model, like a 2011 series model, 4,000 lumens. That's it. So we did the King Kong with all the other screens, the giant screen was done on that projector. So with that being said, it would cost them roughly now that projector now I paid about roughly about $200 something. That projector's like $150 now. So 150 bucks. If we were to put 4 of those screens through Allentown right now, it would cost them roughly about $600. That's it. $600 and a 250-inch massive screen. That's it. That's what their cost would be. And of course, they have to pay us for our time and everything. With that being said, but still, it'd be much cheaper than what they're going to pay for that godforsaken projector you got to use to try to get that thing to push. And like I said, you look at the promo demonstration on my website, on my YouTube channel, there's testimony of a church showing up a 7,000 lumen projector. The size of that screen, all the light that's in it, don't phase their stuff. So just because you got 7,000, 8,000 on your projector and you hit on a white screen, that's not going to read. Now, see how everybody else here is at the bottom, right there? If you look at it, right? Everybody else at the bottom. All I have to do is put an ILEG. That's it. Paint outside 250-inch screen. Everybody's bottom. That's us on Facebook. That's our Digital One page. Demos over here, our demo page. I'm going to activate that one. We got God is Amazing, because we already put our Lord out there. That's us again right there. That's us again right there. And that's us again right there. That's our marketplace right there. There's another one talking about screen paints right there. That's our product right there. It's all us. When we're doing that stuff on YouTube, all those videos we're pushing out, 10 videos a day, that wasn't to basically get lots of likes and all that. It wasn't designed for that. It was designed for AI. That's why all that stuff was going out, because where our search engine optimizer is set up, I'm connected to Google and I'm connected to Wix. So in YouTube, anything we channel, we can daisy chain it from one to the next. So basically, all the videos that go up, they hit AI. That's what they're designed to do. So you can pick up anything we want. That's the best advertisement. It's going through that AI technology. That's why I was going and taking my domain name, getting my search engine up to 100%, tagging all my images and through my entire account, and then going and get the search engine at 100%, and then get an application to get the webmaster to get access to certain web browsers, especially overseas, and get access to them too. Put my information in there, and then when they look it up, we pop up. Keyword all the time. We're flooding everywhere with this technology. And then once we're out here, well, we're out here already. Every screen we put in, we got the decal sticker to put in the windows. We can scan my company, who's responsible for designing the window display. And inside, we put projection screens. We got a plaque on the wall they can scan. Once we get 40 screens down here, show them how cheap it is, how affordable it is, how much revenue it's going to bring back to the city on top of that. Then people can pay for some areas I'm going to buy. Some lots I'm planning to buy out of my own money. I buy that, those certain lots they have down here. I can put up a screen, put a show area. Vendors can come in, they can watch, set up their stands and stuff for people to get food and stuff so they make money. And then on top of people get a chance to watch a movie on this huge screen. And then the cool thing about it is they're going to add in 10 minutes of advertising before and after the movie. Not in the middle. Nobody likes that crap. So that way, if you got a business down here, you can advertise right there. See, there you go. Now once we get the ad tech at that size, at a 250-inch ad tech, it'll be one of the first screens that can operate outside. You can watch a movie off that thing. We can do advertising. Most people are not going to watch a movie at 12 o'clock. They like that whole setting to go with it. But we can start them early in that thing. But we can do advertising all day long on advertising. And then when the movies come on, we just basically cutting this from movies. It operates 2 different ways. So with that technology, movie theaters will be, outdoor movie theaters are designed differently. The black versions of it are designed that none of the glare pushes through. So imagine an outdoor movie theater, instead of having the box in the front, it's in the back. And if you have it in the back, that's more room for more cars, for driving movie theaters. Because now you got that huge concession stand, that stadium there with all those cameras, and not cameras, but the projectors back there where they hit the screen with. You won't need them there. They're in the back of the screen now. All that area over there could be used for more cars, more revenue. And because it's ad tech technology, you can start your movies off at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, 12 o'clock in the afternoon, easily, which means it brings you 10 times more revenue. See? Yep. Once we got an application we're going to be coding down to inflatable screens. Those people in the business are renting out inflatable screens. Now you can advertise like, hey, you can have your party in the afternoon if you want, because you can. If we got it to run on a 300 lumen projector in the middle of a park, you wouldn't have any problem running that thing. And most likely, if people are going to be running a setup like that, they're going to have it in the shade. Because you're going to be watching a movie, you're going to be on the hot game, when the heat getting cooked. So they're going to have it in the shade. Those things can operate in the shade easily. So we're going to be doing some demonstrations on the fabric version of it and the park. We're going to be getting some. Actually, I know people that work for the park. I'm going to basically rent out one of their booths and do some demonstrations out there. Everybody's going to drive me out there with the equipment and stuff and set everything up. And we're going to do some demonstrations out there in some of the seating areas. All right, Mr. Bird, what were you working on before you went off track and looking at other stuff? Oh, it's over here. Over here, over here, over here, over here, over here, over here, over here. You won't come with me. There we go, just went over there. All right, so let me see. Let's do 2 videos on here. We'll do 4, and then we'll do the rest later on. Why? Because I gotta do something else. I gotta do something else. Captain Star Trek 9. I'm stuck on the web page, getting work done. I'm losing my mind so slowly, so slowly. And it's snow outside. It's snow outside right now, people. It's comedy. I'm gonna upload the video from the snowstorm yesterday. And then I'm gonna add it on to I'm about to go out there and see what's going on out there. I still don't know why people drive cars up here. I would never understand that why. I don't get it. We live right near the mountains. Like we get hit pretty heavy. Like why? Why would you have a car? What's the purpose of that thing? Like what is a car? Yeah, but if you live in California, that'd be fantastic. That Florida, areas where you don't even really get snow at, that's a great place to have a car at. Not up here, it ain't. Because I watched cars slide yesterday. I literally watched a bunch of little Hondas and different cars and Mercedes. I watched one slide because the snow when it came down was ice first. And I watched just a little bit of glacier of snow, but it was mostly ice. And I watched cars slide. And even if you try to get control of that, you're still sliding. You're under a sheet of ice. The only thing you can do is keep controlling the hitting what? That's the only thing that it comes down to. You're not going to stop the car from sliding. It's going to figure exactly what you don't want to hit with your car is going to cause damage to it. Now, meanwhile, I watch freaking Jeep Wrangler just push through that like I ain't nothing. They mess around doing donuts in the street, playing around with it, having fun. You get a Jeep. There's no way in the world I would get a car. Not here, I wouldn't. Unless you got both. You got both, then you're good. Drive the car in the summertime, wintertime, pass with the Jeep. You got both, but then, it's not destroying his own. Still. I remember I watched the Infinity. I watched an Infinity hit a pole. Like the person didn't get hit, they slid, and they slowly hit the pole. So it was more like they crunched the door. I'm like, geesh. So much for that Infinity commercial was driving on ice. Infinity. And the soft tires for that grip. That soft inflate. Y'all can't hug the snow. They're just sliding all over the place. Yeah, it's just no way in the world I would do. The guy over here got a, I don't know about that either, to tell you the truth. I wouldn't even drive that either. He got a Humvee. I would drive a Humvee with gas. Diesel. I want to get him diesel Humvee. I'm not doing electric. You crazy? This is what happened with electric cars in the cold. When the temperature drops, they die out. And it ain't like you in a gas car. You need gas in the day, you know what I mean? You can still run the heat. You can't run the heat no electric. You're freezing that thing. That thing turns into a popsicle. You see what happened? We had that huge, that cold snap that came through. Them cars shut down all over the place. Then you can't go to a place and get a charge. Now that the place can't charge anything because it doesn't work because it's too cold. Well, I don't know why you didn't see that one coming. Everybody knows that cold kills batteries. How would you not understand that? Well, Let me go and get this done. We got too many pages open up. I told you this machine's about to get rebuilt. We gotta rebuild it. She's leaving me. She's still there. She's going out. I gotta upgrade her. Where we at when you took me out my page? The only thing I like about the whole Wix thing is the Wix page will basically save. When the page goes down, it'll save. Got my baby's done. She's about to go. We're building a new one. We're gonna put it back together. I don't want to spend a lot of money because it's my work machine. About just basic build on it at the end of the day. I'm gonna upgrade that. The RAM right now is it's not too bad. It's 32, but I'm gonna do 128 on it in the RAM, and get a new motherboard, which I think I need an LGA motherboard. 1151, because I like the micro boards instead. And I'm going to upgrade the CPU to an i7-8700. This is all I need right there to run it. What I need to do on it. I'm going to do the graphic card with an RTX 5050. But you can't. The PCI bus is only 3.0. Yeah, but those cards basically are backwards compatibility. They can run with 3.0, 4.0, and 5.0 PCI Express. So that's good on that right there. The hard drive I want to keep intact. I got stuff. That's the problem. I got stuff on the hard drive. I did back my hard drives up, but I just don't feel like doing the whole thing all over again. Just going to go in and update the operating system. Going to get it to Windows 11 and just rebuild the entire machine. So on there, the graphic card got to go, motherboard got to go, CPU got to go, RAM got to go. Pretty much got to assemble the whole thing all over again. But been there and done that before, so you know what to do. See, that's the plus side. When you get your kids' PCs at the end of the day, they'll teach them how to fix their machines or rigs at the end of the day. They'll troubleshoot them things. We'll get them together. Get them working. Teach how to fix your machine. If you can take it to other people to fix it, but I don't do that. I don't want anybody in my machine at the end of the day. Yeah, man, if console started taking Windows operating systems. Oh, yes. Your download nightmare, man. You've got so much stuff you have to download. I can't play the game right now. I gotta download an update. Gotta download an update. Gotta download an update. Download an update. Download an update. I'll be downloading everything for an update. Controller update. Hard drive update. CPU update. Power supply update. That doesn't make any sense. I don't even have a power supply update. See? Nothing, you don't lose anything. It automatically saves it. Oh. We gotta get video player. Video. There we go. We're already there. We're gonna get 2 more to go. I ain't getting antsy over here, man. Antsy. Gotta do something else. I've been on here almost 2 hours. 2 hours on here, man. 2 hours on here. Ugh. And yet, your fish is right over here by my feet for me to trip over and snap my neck on it. Always brings his fish and drops it right over here in my chair. Alright, get the other one. Get right here. Ugh. I tell you, I give a lot of respect to people who can have to be in the cubicle jobs, need the same spot, you know. I give it to you guys in it. I really do. I can't do it. My brain doesn't. I can't keep my. I gotta be working on something else. Something different. I can't do it. All day in one cubicle. When you get to go out and leave, I see people leave out of cubicles all the time. It's actually something you have to do. And you should do it anyway for your workers. But man, it'll drive me nuts. So I want to get my employees at the end of the day. They ain't gonna be sitting on a cubicle all day because I don't want to be in a cubicle all day. I'm gonna put a garden upstairs on the roof, a track area where they can run, treadmill, stuff like that, and work out a little bit. Something other to do at the end of the day. And I want them to do like different tasks, like different tasks. They can change up. Some people like it. Some people are paperwork jockeys. I can be a paperwork jockey, but I just can't be in the same place while doing it. I think work should be fun, not a headache. If it's a headache, you hate going to work. If you hate going to work, you're not going to really do your job correctly because you hate your job. I had a job I worked at Kmart. I freaking loved that job. I was there every freaking day. Even on the days I had off. I didn't want any days off. I wanted to work the job. It was one of the funnest jobs I've ever had in my entire life. I got my work done on time. Of course I did my work on time. I liked my job. But if there were other jobs I worked where I hated the job because they treated me. I never wanted to come back to that place ever again. Couldn't care less about the product or the people in the building whatsoever. And at the end of the day, you have to understand, if you don't treat your employees right, they're going to take it out on your product. They're going to take it on you. You sign their paycheck. They're going to take it out on your products. And if people like their job, they're going to be there every day. You make it a fun environment for people, stress-free, they're going to be there every day. They'll be out in the parking lot on their day off. And their day off, like, thought popping, see what you guys are doing. And I can't wait to go Monday. I can't wait to get back to work, man. I can't wait to get back to work. They like their job. My sister had a job. She worked there for years and years and years. She liked her job. The job was nice. It was comfortable. The bosses relaxed, but chill. You got to get your work done. You can't get terminated on that job. You can lose your job. But still, a job that people who love are not going to get terminated because they don't want to get terminated because they love their job. If you make it a slave-driven environment, they're going to hate you, hate your company. Yeah, they don't want to be there. They don't want to go back to that freaking slave factory for. They don't give you no respect. They don't treat anybody right at the end of the day. Nobody want to be there. I can't wait to get another job, get out of this place. I hate these people. There you go. How many times you heard that one before? Every day, man, I got a good job, man. I freaking love my job. There are people on the bus talking all the time. Like, man, where you work? I want a guy worked at Hers potato chips. Like, man, they give you like freaking raises. They have birthday parties, man. They respect you over there. Can you give me an application? I can get you an application. They hire right now. I can get you in right now. There you go. And somebody left your job, went to someplace better. They can't stand your job because you're an evil person. You don't know how to treat your employees right. Treat your employees right, they brag about you. Man, I work over here so-and-so, man. It pays good. This, that, and the other. All right, yeah, they brag about your company at the end of the day. Good place. Fantastic place to work at, man. Fantastic place to work at. I'm good. I'm already. I'm going to get my son working there too. And my daughter going to get a job there. There you go. See? And treat your employees like you want to be treated. It's because you make more money and you're the boss. You're really not the boss. God's the boss of our company at the end of the day. Taco CEO. I'm just a worker. That's all I am. I know I put down my name CEO all the time when I sign stuff over, but technically he's the CEO at the end of the day. He just lets me get that because I can speak English. What you speak taco, he speak cat. He's actually the whatchamacallit. My equipment bag goes down. I got to come in my equipment bag. He goes in my bag. He checks to make sure I got all my tools and stuff. So I have to keep walking back and forth to figure out exactly what I left behind. Yep. All right, now I'm back in order. Add a little bit of that cherry Kool-Aid. Woo! Charged. Excuse me. Pardon me, people. Did not mean to burp when you're fighting channel. Anyway. I know I just butchered that. Let me see. I put happy because when we just made a mashup a few minutes ago. I'll get my mashup. Let's see. That's why we do the mashups. We can do show a whole bunch of stuff in one video. Oh, let me see. 180 inch. Can you imagine if snow came down black? Like snow was just black. How would that look in the day? Snow came down all black. That'd just be interesting to think about. Or if our water was black. It was clean water, it was just black. Clear water is considered to be contaminated water. Black water is considered to be fresh water. Thus, this is why I cannot be born. Our brains always function at some weird level like, that'd be interesting. Like clear water is dirty water, and black water is clean water. Like, ew, you drinking that clear water? That stuff is nasty. Look how dirty that is, man. Go turn on your pipes and clear water come out like, oh, man. The water is dirty. This is disgusting. Like, why? Why? What you got here, you got problems. You got dirty water. See how clear it is? The clearer it is, the worse it can be. Your stuff is crystal clear. You got to have somebody come in. We got to clean all these pipes out of here. Your water is definitely contaminated. It's just way too clear. And I was like, oh my goodness, how dark the water is. Oh, it's pure water. We got pure water. Yeah, you definitely got pure water. You tested it. It is dark as can be. I can't even see my fingers on the other side of the glass. You got very good water in this place. Very, very, very good water. Can you imagine that was the opposite right there? That'd be crazy. That'd be crazy. Somebody come and test your water like, all right, you got a problem here. What's wrong? The water is clear. It is crystal clear. Oh my goodness. So it's contaminated? Yes, it's contaminated. I'm going to have to go flush out all the pipes. I'm going to have to redo everything again. I'm going to put these new pipes in, and your water, I guarantee, is going to come out 100% black when we're done. Something crazy to think about. All right, let me see. Well, we can't do that on shorts. We got to do something else. We do. Forgot because the shorts won't load in there. We have to do happy. That one customer center. Put it in the front. Uh-oh, you fighting your yawn again? Doing battle with the yawn. Yawn. How dare the yawn do battle with you, Taco? How dare it? Oh, that could bring up anybody. Dirty. SFDG. Okay, is this on? Music is cool. What are you underneath of? Not that. That's supposed to be there. I should know the sound from it. And yes, we are designing a gunmetal technology. It's actually, we already have the ingredients. We're going to be showing it off pretty soon. Actually, the first person going to have it's going to storefront. It's available for everybody, but we're going to install it into a store. But yeah, it's a gunmetal. Actually, when I get done, I got to get ready to do the labels and get them ready. It's going to be available on the site for everybody. It's going to be available in 32 and 1 gallon containers. Yep. So we're bringing out another gunmetal. It is one of the Black Widow technologies, but it's being upgraded. Man, can we get back to this? I had a happy customer. Can we get back to here? Oh, Mother Frankenstein. Mother Frankenstein. Where'd you go? You used to go up that fast. I want to get back to that blackout fog, too. So, yeah, we got a gunmetal coming out shortly. Like around the end of this month. That's how fast it's coming out. Because it's going to be going into a storefront. Ba-bow. Ba-bow. Ba-bow, Taco, ba-bow. That's his way of talking. Ba-bow. Ba-bow, 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 ba-bow. Uh-oh. You don't hear anything from the mothership? Like, meow. You don't do that little Friday, like, meow. Where he takes off. Command from the mothership. Zoomies. Hey, you ain't over there looking at outlet, are you? Yeah, you do some weird stuff, man. Stop looking at them cords over there. What do you got over there? Get your toy, get off that cord. Why are all your toys? What in the world, Taco? What are you doing, man? Why are you doing some kind of mischief, man? all your toys over against in that one section, man. I don't put your toys over there like that. Oh. Yeah, this is you. You. That's your toy. This is you. That's you. That's your toy right there. That's your stuff. You keep throwing your stuff against the wall over there. That's why you can't find none of your toys, Joker. Let me see. I kept my coat on these right. And then we got to hit the bottom half. Where you at? Oh no, you're already on there. You're literally on the page. You're looking to be on the page on. So it's backwards, Yeah. Wait, where's the other one at? Which tank? When you hear that statement when somebody says that you're going to go dark or whatever, and again, I don't even have to put my company's name in. Like literally just type in and boom, we come right up. Come on now. All those demonstrations, you're saying that to be smart. We won't do your order. And again, if you think and I'm trying to toot my own horn here, but we did the testing. If you think you're going to find anything out there outside of the technology, you won't. I guarantee you. You won't find it. We tested everybody's stuff. There's nowhere where you compete with this stuff. Especially that ad tech. Nothing competes with that stuff. And we got the black version of it, the Imperial. Nope. That's future technology. When my customers contact me, they know my stuff, they do the research. All customers do research on that stuff. You have to do research. Everybody does research on your company. And the first thing they ask them today, two things they ask for. We ask for size of your projector, and we ask for your screen size, because we got to know exactly how much paint to sell to you. So when we get the runaround on that, especially when it comes to the projector, we know your projector is fake. We can't sell it to you, because again, it won't work on your projector. If you're around the bush all you want, can't sell it to you. I'm not going to tell you something's going to fail. What's the point? It's not going to work on your projector. We don't support knockoffs. I don't know about this other stuff we have here. It may or may not. I'm not into the test yet. If we finish the test, then we'll know. But other than that, till then, we don't support them. I need to go over to, where's that beginning page? I need to go to the home page. The home page. And exactly, we don't entertain it. It's a waste of time. And I tell you why it's a waste of time. Because I've had someone come on here and ask, like, we answer your questions multiple times. And you keep answering the same question over again. We block you. We don't have time for it, man. I'm a busy person. I got a lot to do. If you have wasted your time getting up to contact us to play around, that's your life at the end of the day. It's not mine. I got to go back to work. I don't have time for it. So we don't entertain that. We know exactly. I know I got customers that come in. They know exactly what they want. If they got a project they're building, then we can send them links and what they need at the end of the day. But if you're in there just to mess around and just do dumb stuff at the end of the day, ain't got time for you. Nobody got time to entertain that mess. And then we block you and move on. They get upset and they go, oh, it's rude. No, I'll show your emails. I'll post your emails. Because you're not going to sit there and say I'm rude at the end of the day when I haven't been rude to you. You're just sitting there asking dumb questions, wasting their time, asking the same thing over and over and over again. We already answered your question already. If you feel you want to go down that route and you want to make that statement, then I'll just post you. It's not that hard to understand. We got the website has, it ain't like other people's websites. They got a little bit of information here and there. We got all that information on the website. Pages have about 8,000 in them of knowledge and literature to help you understand the technology. Over 14,000 videos. And that's not including the ones on my social media accounts and on my website. So there's a lot of information out there. Now, people contact me saying, I don't know about projectors, I don't know projector to buy. I got no problem answering your question. I got no problem directing where you need to go, what you need to buy, what you need to do to put it all together. But if you're wasting my time, I ain't got time for it. If people don't mean at the end of the day, if you work in any kind of business today, and you know you got people coming to just to waste your time, you ain't got time for them. Let me see, I need this. This has to go. Back in here. So now already. Where you got these? We're up at the bottom. Yeah, to deal with some nonsense with somebody. We're hooking them up with a free setup. And they want everything done right away. We don't do that. We don't do anything right away. I have to go in and make measurements and stuff like that and make sure I know exactly where the projector's going at, where the screen's going at, where we're going to run all this wire and cable to. We know all that stuff. We want everything done right away. Right. No. We do this for you for free. We're trying to hook you up. And this is how you carry yourself at the end of the day. Came in and started that nonsense again. Tell me we're going to need to hurt. No. We're done. They want to get mad and curse me out. Talking about, oh, you're just wasting everybody's time. You're not trying to do anything. Buddy, you don't know me for jack a day. Watch your mouth at the end of the day. You can find yourself getting sued. If you find out you went out and made some statements about me, it'll come back to me. It always does. It always comes back to us. You go out there and make a statement about my company. You got people going to court right now being sued for this mess. You go out there and make a statement. You're in Allentown too? Courthouse ain't that far from here. Well, lawyers ain't that far either. You can draw some paperwork today. Get it done. See you in court. I'm not playing with people out there. They ain't got time for that nonsense. Just because you want something done right away, fast, quick. We don't do that. Ain't no way wrong selling anything if we don't know the environment. That'd be madness. And because we didn't want to do it, he went over next to the other guy and was saying, well, he didn't want to set me up. He said, you already came and talked to me about the whole situation. You were impatient. These guys, you need time to come in. I didn't have somebody come in and install my kitchen overnight. I need to look through all. That's an investment in any, know if this is going to work or not. So he went off for YouTube, and the guy, he didn't even check us. He went off for YouTube video. He saw our YouTube demonstrations. He said, okay, I want this in here. So we ended up walked in there and started doing the demonstration. And we started working. We brought the screens down ahead of time so you can see everything from the door. You can see what they're buying, what they're getting into. We brought down 3 different shades of the ad tech, see which one they liked. Different types of projectors, all that stuff. The different mounts, where they're going to go at, all that stuff. So, I like working with people like that because they take, they're about let us do what we need to do to get the job done. But what are you doing? He's fighting something again. So yeah, he got a nasty attitude, cursing me out and stuff. So look, man, I'm gonna leave it alone. Get out of my face. I gotta go get things to do. So then when I was getting out of the car, I had a heavy projector man. I had the LW400. That's what I was going to install in there. And he saw the projector. He just came out of there, so he saw the screen set up and all that stuff. Now he's mad, upset. Well, you should have been more patient. You had your setup. Now he's about to get his window advertised. When at 4 stores, go up there and look at his window. So when he gets set up, they want the same thing he just got. So they're going to buy his store and they're checking out his stuff in there, what we're setting up in there. And when I go by their store, they're like, well, we want a bigger screen, we want this, that, and the other. So yeah, well, okay, that would definitely work. Let me finish this over here first. We're just about done there. And then we'll pop over there. So we just finished the window display in there. We're done. Now the next day, you just go down and go check out this other guy's place. But anyway, yeah. You want to be impatient and be nasty. So when I sit there and say, then after he lost his temper, he said, well, I lost my temper. And so I said, no, we're done. They haven't cursed at me and call me a name, curse me out, and then turn around and ask me if we're not in the day doing this for free for you. We're doing it for free for you. You're not paying anything out of your pocket. It doesn't cost you anything. It's just an agreement for us to show off our stuff here. But you act talking to me like I need you. We don't need you. And I done left it at that. I could have sat there and said we make way more than you. And we do make a lot more than they do because their store just started off. You know what I mean? It could help them out a lot. And then your whole attitude, nasty, being bitter and nasty to people, that's not the way to do it. So when you went over there you went over to the other guy and asked him how much did he pay, he ain't paying $1,200 to do the setup. So that tells you at the end of the day, what we make compared to what you make at the end of the day. Not to be really disrespectful, but it's true. We make a lot more than you do. We make that like in about what? $1,200? We have that transfer to our account like in maybe less than 30 minutes. So 30 minutes, that's my done for the day. It'll take them forever to accumulate that kind of money. So again, it's not to be rude or anything. We were putting this thing in there for free for you. And you would have got to save at $1,200 and we're going to do it for free? And you got nasty with us? No, we're not doing it. And if you paid me, I wouldn't do it. Because I don't chase money that way. I don't chase money like that. I'm not doing it. You got to learn how to treat people with respect. You can't be cursing people out and carrying on because you want you lost your temper, and then turn around and apologize. Well, I lost my temper. Sorry. No, we're good. Bye. You're not gonna sell it? No, I'm not buying. I'm selling anything in. No. I'm gonna sell a $1,200 system for free. He got nasty because he wanted it in faster. Oh no, he don't get it at all now. And now he's mad because he goes over to the other guy's store and he's seeing how his setup is coming in. Yeah, that's why it pays not to treat people like that. Okay, is that in there? Is it going there? It is in there. Okay, good. These are done right. Did you do all these? Oh, my goodness. Question myself within a question myself. Did we do the whole page in here, Bird? You don't even know, do you? Let's show checky check. I'm not doing these. I'll do them later on. I just gotta know if I did them already. Let's see if we did them. Oh, we did do them. Yay! I ain't gotta do them. I did them already. This other four at the bottom I didn't do. Alright, so I'm talking about. Let's finish this up. Let's see. It's in the future of true projection screen. You're in my way, buddy. You're in my way. Projection screen, ambient light projection technology. There it is. No, wrong one. Burst. First true daytime go anywhere projection screen. Us again. There we go. Overview. Sun Fusion Energy Game. Thank you. Thank you for giving me recognition. How hard we had to work to do this. How many times I had to be out in that sun to do this? I had to be out in that sun. I got to be out there this summer. Out in the sun. It's a very different time. Different. We had to be out in the sun to get all this done. Because see, the thing about it, companies read this. Companies read all this at the end of the day. They read all this. They go through, like, what the heck is that Sun Fusion? Who's going to do this stuff? You got to reach out to him and have a little conversation with him. You interested in doing business with us? No. No. That's a big, no. I learned my lesson down through time. I learned my lesson every time. Never do business with big business. Like a partnership? No. Not in a million years. No. Sell you the technology, you can use it? Yeah. But business partnership? No. Never, ever, no. Like Dunkin' Donuts? No partnership, no. Freelance. You know why? Because I want to go where I want to go. I don't want to do exclusively for Dunkin' Donuts. Got all these other stores down here I can do it in the day. I want to do everybody. So I don't want to be exclusive to one person only. Everybody. And what we took this up for? Yeah, we're seeing things with right. Earn. You can go earn. What the heck was it? What is it? Oh yeah, I was looking at something right here. That's what I need right here. He said earn. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna be exclusive. So I don't want to do that whole, we have a contract just for us and it's only. No, we freelance. We go where we want to go. Whatever the wind calls us, that's where we go. Now, we had a loan application that approved in Allentown. We turned it down. Why? Because born free, as free as the wind blows. Within that contract, basically specified at the end of the day that I would have to do business in Allentown only. And I would have to, which I do, and I have no problem with doing business in Allentown. I want to do business in Allentown, but I want the free will. If I want to go to another state, I can do that too also. So, I can do both with no problem. There's too many things in there I just didn't like about that. The money they want to give you. Too many small prints in there. Based about, authorization and control. You're not doing none of that. Let's see, first true daytime go anywhere, projection screen, panels. Because, the next one they want to have a big chunk of cheese, a chunk of it. No. Panels. Let's see. First, using the most powerful ambient light projection screen gain on the market. How dare you cut me off on that one? Using the most powerful, spelled ambient light incorrectly. Using the most powerful ambient light rejection technology. You get that right? There we go. We got it right. There we go. We mentioned this. We get people on our channel get very upset by this. I don't care. I got work to do. I don't have to care about people who want to sit there and get up angry about things that I say. I don't. You and God. It's between you and God at the end of the day. Leave it at that. It is between you and Jesus Christ. Because that's His technology. We have to go through Him with that one. There we go. Let me see. That's future technology. I'm not anything I'm lying about, which I'm not. Projection technology. First true daytime go anywhere projection screen panels using the most powerful ambient light projection technology on the market. Let's put that on the market right there, right? Where's my which one I'm gonna edit for? My edit. I'm always in the way edit. On the market. Get. Let me see. On the market. I'm about to shut down right now. I'm done. Market. Confirmation market. Ooh, what did you do today? Ooh. You're tiny feet. How do you walk around those things? They're so tiny. Right back. All right. say goodbye to the dark. No dark. That punctuation right there. Put that punctuation mark right there. Bam. So what are you going to do since you won the Super Bowl? What are you going to do? Going back to bed. I wish they would go back to Disney World. No, I'm done. No, the whole shenanigans. All right, people, with that being said, I'm done. Not done yet. Yeah, please. I mean, we're done. Got to put my charge back in because it came out somehow again. What do we got for charge? 93%. Woo! It's a good day. Good day, people. Usually when I'm on here doing these streams, I don't even have 90-something percent. I'm like 10%, 1%, something like that. And the charge is at 100%. God is blessing all around. Look at the 1% on the charge. Yeah. 1% on the charge. 93% through our we did a 3-hour stream. And we got 93% on the battery. You checked out the battery by now. I'm feeling giddy, people. Giddy. We got a new gunmetal coming out. It's going to be absolutely gorgeous. Gorgeous gunmetal technology. Actually, we're calling it the Titanium. Titanium gunmetal. It's going to be sweet. Sweet. The people like that ultra dark gray. This isn't charcoal gray. It's gunmetal gray. It's a different kind of trust me. Anyway, so we're going to have that. Then we got the blackout cloth acoustics coming out this summer. Ooh, sweet. Like they need for me to do my installs, to tell you the truth, honestly. So to have that blackout cloth at the end of the day. All acoustic ready. We got the luxury gold coming out. So I checked on that one. Luxury gold. What does luxury gold look like? Let me see. We got a picture of it on here somewhere. So right here, I'm going to match it to the shopping cart anyway. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. What is that crazy cat doing? You freaking bananas. Ain't bad for a couple of days of work. Get it done. On the road again. Bum 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 do 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 do. Sorry, we were fighting toys. In battle mode. In battle mode. Alright, where are you at? You gotta go to Marketplace, Jack. I'm gonna be free from this office for a minute. What I like about the new establishment, it's big. Got an office area up there. On top of that, we get I'm gonna put a fire pole in there. Just slide down. And a sliding board. Definitely putting in a sliding board. Definitely. Me and 5 people working there. And a sliding board. Gotta have a sliding board. Stairs are boring, man. Stairs are boring. Sometimes you just want to slide down. Yeah. And by the way, you put a sliding board in there and a pole, I'm gonna basically come over just to slide. You gotta sign the waiver. Sign the waiver. It's a waiver clipboard. Sign it. The camera next to it. You know why? Because people do dumb stuff at the end of the day. Try to go down upside down a pole and kill yourself. And I'm responsible for that. That's why we put a camera up there and make sure you sign the waiver. You slide down the pole. When you slide down this whatchamacallit. Alright, hold up a minute. Gotta concentrate here, people. Gotta concentrate. Let me see. The marketplace. I'm thinking about it for a minute. Hold on for a minute. I'm in thought with myself right here. Oh, you're on the page already. You just put it in right here. Why are you going back to a page here? I can't. You're right here. So when you hear me mudding like that, I'm tired. I got work to do. Get this over here, change background. Gotta change the background to something else. Let me see. We're gonna change it over to. Let me see. Going over to our site menu. Okay, and we'll go here up to the atmosphere. Up to where the air is clear. Let's go fly a kite. Hey Taco, let's go fly a kite up to the highest height. Let's go fly a kite and we go higher. Let me see what this one would look like in here. Taco, these are not the droids you're looking for. These are my Jedi mind tricks on you. These are not the droids you're looking for. What do you think about that? And first of all, he's like, what the frick are droids? What are droids? And I tapped my phone and him to look at droids. What is droids? Compared to this freaking crazy talk. Droids. Alright, let me see. This one works well nice with it. We'll go higher. Let's go do this today. Come on, Wix. Get together. Get together. Ooh. Go back in again. Oh, he did put it in. I was gonna look at it, get it together, and he did get it together. I'm out of it. Oh, I like that way it goes across here. But this is going to have to be changed. Oh shoot, just moved the entire page. Literally moved the entire page. That's what we did there. We literally moved the whole page. We gotta click on text, buddy. Get it center, get it back to center. Center, center, center. That's center? That is center. Alright, then what are you? You're center. Okay, cool. Alright, this is gonna have to be changed. You can't really see here with the white in the back. It looks like it's behind that. It's pretty cool. That looks pretty good behind it. Alright, let me see. Edit text. Put the text in red. Change color. Alright, disappear. Let me see. Alright, let me bold those letters up a little bit. Give me some of that bold. Bam! Alright, now you should choose. You should be able to see better. There we go. Got that bold in there. Oh, and the movie viewer looks like it pushes right through that. Tell me that it's not freaking extra cookalicious. Cookalicious type of cookalicious. Cookalicious? Cookalicious. Catherine, look, I lost my mind. I'm tired, baby. I'm drained on this. Alright, that's done. I'm done. I'm out of here. Free taco. Free. I'm done. Alright, people. Hope you enjoyed. Thank you for your time. I gotta go, and God bless. Yeah, because I'm getting kind of a little wonky right now. I can't stand being on the machine that long. So I gotta go. Thank you for your time. Quickly thank our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for blessing us with amazing technology. If it weren't for Him, none of this would ever be possible. Thank you. I gotta go in Jesus' name, and God bless. I am really out of it. I can't do this for too long on the same spot. It drives me nuts.